Welcome to another Saturday night. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Nerdy Collective. And now that I got you, bam. Thank you very much for everybody for coming tonight. Big shout out to Amanda. I see you in the chat. Thank you so much. And I got a couple things I got to get off right off the top here before we get to our guests tonight and my co-host tonight. We got a special night for you tonight. So big hello and a big shout out to Byron Brown. I want to say thank you very much, buddy. He sent me a pop and it's really cool. He knows I like Black Panther. And this came with a t-shirt and it's actually a glow in the dark. It's a neon. So actually under a black light. Very cool. I want to say thank you so much, Byron. Really appreciate it. A big shout out to my brother, Eric. Hi. And Dave. Hi. His friend. I want to say, hey, little brother, how you doing? Another shout out. I want to shout out to Taylor. How you doing, love? Nice to see you. And Steve Whitney, an old high school buddy of mine. So if you're catching this, just going to say hi. And another big shout out to a really good friend of the community. His name's Cookie, just a little podcast. I got his links down below. He's doing a new podcast show on Spotify. I'm a subscriber to him. Go check him out. The guy's wonderful. Big shout out to the chat really quick here. Before I go any further, here we go. Boom. How you doing, Amanda? So nice to see you. Legion of Comics. Thank you, buddy, for being here. Appreciate it. Zen, yo, buddy, what is up? Okay, so on with my haul for the week. For this week, it's a pretty big one, but I kind of shortened it out because I read a couple of these. I'm liking this. It's really different. This is the guys who did Batman and the Joker, and it attracted me because it's spelled the same way as my wife, Laura. And I've been reading this series. It's actually really good. This is the second one of it right now, and I'm enjoying it. There's a couple new covers for it. Very good story. I like it. A big shout out to Silk. I picked up Silk number 2 and Silk number 1. Yeah, why not? Did I read it? Yeah, I read it. It's good. It's good so far. I'm surprised. Another one. Yeah, big cover buy, but I did read it. One of my favorites, Days of Thoris. It's a black and white. Really like it. It's by Dynamite. Excellent cover. Days of Thoris. You know, I like my princesses, smart, intelligent, and badass. But look at that picture. That's a great one. This is a cover by, I have not read this yet, so I could not tell you, but it's White Widow. I think I have a thing for spiders too, other than tentacles. But this isn't too bad. It's a little flashy. I haven't read it yet. So, and then some old. These I have read, and these were awesome. I got an excellent deal on here from Marvelous Comics. He did an auction a couple weeks ago, and I nabbed these as soon as I seen them. Some of my favorites, Galactus, of course, because of Silver Surfer. This is issue 243. Beautiful, fine, near mint book. It's from June of 1982. And the story in here is Shall Earth Endure? And this is by John Burney. And there's a big fight in here with all Fantastic Four. They're all fighting him. You even got Doctor Strange in there to take him down. It's really, really good. Anyway, classic. Love it. Nice to get that back in. And then from there, 243, I got 244, which is this one. And this is the appearance of Nova. Love this cover. Just a beautiful cover. This came out in 1982 as well, July 1982. This is John Shooter, Alpha Omega, Begins and Ends. This is a very good one. This has got Nova in it. Excellent book. Classic. Another classic, 210, Fantastic Four. In the Search of Galactus is another good book. This is issue 210 of 1979. This is a little bit older. Then we go back to a little bit of newer. This is a big shout out from my buddy Jeff. I did pick these up, and they're beautiful covers, and you'll know why. I got Unholy, A Love Story. I had to get this cover. Of course, you can see why. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I got issue 1 of this one as well. Beautiful cover. Love it. And like this one. Little steamy. I'll have to ask my buddy Jeff as soon as he comes on. Then some classic. Now, these I get for my grandsons. And I get a lot of new people that ask me about what should I read? What should I have my grandsons if they're at 10 years of age? And I have 4, and I have a granddaughter coming up now, and I like to read to them the classics. These are always good buys, you guys. I know the reprints, but you know what? It's the history that's in here. And these things are awesome. Haunt of Horror, Vault of Horror. These are some 2-in-1s here. These are excellent. If you haven't, I'm a big horror fan. So these classic horror books are excellent. And yeah, I let my grandsons read them. I want them to read. Got some war ones, Aces High. These are some old reprints, but they're from the Golden Age era. So you cannot forget how we all started collecting, but these are some great books. And then we got a little bit of another newer one. I'm raving this up. This is another cover. I got a nightmare. I love this story. This is by Boom Studios. I'm loving it. I subscribe to it. It's excellent. I'm not going to tell you this story all over again, but excellent book. I got a trade. I love Alan Moore as well. I bought Swamp Thing, Sega Swamp Thing. Love this story. And if anybody's wondering, it's a definite must buy. If you like trades and you want to read the book series without wrecking your books, it's the best way to do it. And then a little something interesting. So everybody knows everything about fairy tales. I loving this. It's a little dark, but it's okay. Fairy tales in general, when they first started, were a little dark before they got a little soft. And then they got, this. Check this out. Tales of Mother F. Goose. Now, this is very dark book, but it's so good. So good. Definite must read. It is adults. It's not meant for kids, but give it a shot. There we go. Bam. Now, on with our guest, and I want to say a big shout out to Chris Large. Thank you for being here, buddy. Good morning. And we are going to have Chris Large here next Saturday, guys. So come by and see. I want to open up your minds just a little bit. All right. Let's get my co-hosts on here and get this show on the road. Bam.
What's up, guys? How has everybody been?
Awesome, buddy. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
Cool. Let's get our other co-hosts in here. Ready?
Yep.
Dan? Yeah. I can't wait till you show that book because that was an awesome find, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude,
family, what's happening?
What's up? What's up?
Let's get to the chat here. I want to keep up with the chat. Jim, buddy, yes. Little man with the darn
Guitar.
I loved it. Loved it. Nice to see you, Jim. Cool. How you doing, Deuce?
Doing well, doing very well.
Awesome. Okay. Anything new in your life going on? Other than
Good to see a lot of the people in the chat. Zen in here. Good to see Amanda in here. Of course, Chris Large. Good to see a lot of good people in the chat, man. It's good to see the fam come in.
Cool. Okay, now without further ado, we haven't seen him in a while. He's been on hiatus for a little bit. My other co-host, good buddy of mine. Here we go.
I am sort of back. I tell you what, all y'all caffeinated people out there getting your fix on caffeine, now it's time to get your fix with the Nerdy Connection with the Nerdy Collective Show. Thumbs up.
I love seeing your intro, man. Every time I see that Mars Attacks intro, I'm like, sweet, Monty's here. I love it.
Yeah.
Of course. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, and hello to all the co-hosts and everybody in the chat. So that way, if you type something in the chat, I can't see the chat, but hi.
Oh, right. Don't worry. I'll put it up. Hopefully, you can see it on the screen as soon as it's there. Here, big oh hi. Yo, the whole gang's back together. Yes.
Yep. The bang is back.
Yes.
The boys are back. The boys are back in town.
Yeah.
So
boys are back in town.
Yeah. Okay, what's going on, dude? Anything new? Any new books? Anything you got? It's been a while.
Who? Him? Me? Who?
You got a bunch of stuff.
I got books out there. You know what?
Yin Yang.
I got books that I bought. I don't even know where I put them.
Well, I can relate to that. I can totally relate to that.
Me too.
I'm like, wait, I bought what? Where'd I put it again? Oh shit, I don't know.
They're either in this room, the other room, or out there. I mean, I don't know. I've still got books that I bought about a month ago that I said I know I got those books, but I have no idea where they're at.
I can relate.
Yeah, I was bagging and boarding a couple hours ago. Yeah.
In honor of your last guest, that I wish I was. Man, yes. I had everything ready to go.
Me too, man.
Internet crashed.
Well, I was actually just asleep, but I wanted to be there because I'm with you though. I'm completely with you.
Well, in honor of him, I got this right here.
Ooh, nice.
Which is Conan number 11. And
bring it up a little closer, Monty.
It's a 10th anniversary Marvel book, which is double sized. And it was 1971. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
and
geez.
it's a double size number 11. And
Beautiful.
if you go in 71, all your key books have a giant size. Captain America, Daredevil. That's the 10th anniversary books. So keep your eye out for them.
Very cool. Jeff,
So,
you have
Yeah.
something too, and I know my buddy John is gonna love this when he sees
Yeah.
it. Show
Yep.
him your gold. Show him your find.
Oh,
Clear up your screen.
I am. Hold on. Better.
Come on, get clear.
Yeah, you're getting more. You're still pixelated.
Hold on.
I'll go-
Hold on.
Yep.
take a
Hand up.
stick and hit it.
Yeah. This beginning. Refresh.
Here we
Anyway,
go.
what is
There you
that?
go.
And how much did you get this for?
$1.
And it's a Dave Stevens,
Old
right?
School Dave Stevens, Betty Page. That's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Betty Page comic, and this is a 35 to more. You know, you guys all know that
Yep.
this is an expensive comic.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Show 'em
We-
the other one.
Yeah, we went to a shop. I was only going to pick up one book. That was it. One book, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, we got a bunch of boxes back here," and it's a ways away. So he goes, "Oh yeah, we got a bunch of boxes back here, and anything you find back there is $1."
Love that book
Yeah.
right there.
Well,
And that other
yeah.
one too. That one
Yeah.
there and the other one you
Yeah.
have too is awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
amazing.
just, I'm
That
just
one
missing
is
the
good.
third issue out of that one. This one, I'm just missing the
Queen
third
of the
issue out of
Nile is an excellent good book.
it. I'm just missing the third issue out of it, and that's it. I
Nice.
thought this was the third issue, and then come to find out it's a completely separate thing.
Wow. Here's one for you, Monty, if you can see the screen. Zen, you see him? He said, Mr.
Yeah.
White Glove's dropping the heat early.
You wait around, you're gonna see something about early Journey of the Mystery coming up. You know, I've got
Oh, my
from
favorite.
83 on up to I don't know what number in 2010. So now I'm collecting backwards.
There you
We're
go.
making great
So-
time, you guys. So we're in 16 minutes in. So do we have a guest tonight? We got a guest
Yeah,
tonight.
you got a guest tonight.
We got
I
a-
hope
thought
we
I
got
was
a
a
guest
guest.
tonight.
We got a duo tonight, which is
Ah.
awesome. So without further ado, bam, here we go.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Hello.
Awesome.
Man,
Awesome.
I'm gonna
Good
tell
to
you
see
what, and just real quick off the bat, Monty, the way you built that up, so like you want to talk about taking us up the roller coaster and then the abrupt almost. And we were just talking about RoboCop, and you know, there's a clip that I haven't used on our show yet, but I've been meaning to introduce it. But it's the I'd buy that for $1. And
Yeah, I say that all the
that
time.
energy that you had, I'd buy that for $1. I'm like, yes, that's it right there. So
I say that phrase all the time. I said that on a show earlier tonight. A lot of people miss that reference. They don't get it.
He needs $1. He
Yep.
needs $1. Oh, I moved over here.
Yep, I'm over that. I'd buy that for $1.
yeah,
yeah.
there it is.
That's
Yep.
almost exactly the voice too.
Welcome,
That's
welcome, both of you, Remy and Angel. You guys are awesome. I've been watching you for a while. I've been watching Angel. Her reviews are fantastic. I'm sorry, because she just says it's real. Boom. What? Why?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love that. I think it's great. You guys are awesome as a duo. And
Oh,
even when
thank
you're
you.
doing your unboxings, I've been watching your unboxings. So fantastic. I'm sorry, hands down. Love it. Total geekdom all the way.
Thank
You know that
Absolutely.
intro where it showed the chainsaw? It got me thinking.
Yeah.
I gotta start opening my boxes with a giant
Yeah.
guillotine.
I love
Right.
that. I thought that was great.
Just
I'm
chop
not
them
allowed.
up.
I'm not allowed to yet.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying I
Like-
need to hand her the saw next, and it's like, nah, I don't.
One of the other guys I like to watch too is Bearded Barbarian. He opens everything with an axe,
Yeah.
like an axe. But he like slices the tape with an axe, like the whole thing. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yo, what's up? That's K Titus. I think that's K Titus. Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, it is. It
Hey,
is.
how you
Yep.
doing, brother? Nice to see you from
Okay,
Japan.
good to
Yo,
meet you.
what's up? Rob
Yeah,
Pack,
Rob,
thanks
what's
for
going
coming.
on, bud?
What's up? So, thank you for being here, you guys. I know it's late for you. I really appreciate it. Gentlemen, my co-host,
Mhm.
take it out of the park. Please ask your questions for both of them. Who wants to
Yeah.
go first?
Monty's up there, so Monty can go first.
Go
By
ahead,
the way,
Monty.
put me on the spot. All right.
You got elected, brother.
all
Let me
good.
get all adjusted here and everything. All right. Y'all two have been together for what, about 9, 10 years, something like that, 11, 13 years, right?
At least.
I want to ask you a question. What is the funniest comic story that happened to y'all while y'all were together so far? At a convention or anything like that?
It would have to be either the Sailor Moon or when Alistair Superman punched. Okay.
I think the Superman punch was it. Yeah, yeah. We were we were headed. We
in
actually
Jersey.
went to New York.
Where was it? It was Jersey that we stopped.
No, it was in Scranton.
I was gonna say Scranton.
Yeah, so we went to upstate for a wedding. We live in North Carolina, and on the way back, we stopped into Scranton because we're fans of The Office. And I was like, "Hey, we'll see if there's a comic shop here." And we wanted to get some footage for the channel. And it started out where it was almost like a vlog or something where we're
Yeah.
inside the car, and we have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. They're in the back, and we're in the car. I'm like, hey, we're in Scranton. We're big fans of The Office. There's a comic shop here. This is where we're going to go. And then it cuts to us outside the car, and we're about to go in. And right before the end cuts, you see our youngest son actually Superman punch the other one in like the face. And I kept the clip in there, and I highlighted it with like an arrow, like watch for the Superman punch. And he just real quick. And then the aftermath was like spilled milk. And of course, there's like a big mess in the back seat.
It
So
was kind of a disaster.
we left that part out. Yeah. And I think I even came back. I was like, hey, you guys might have saw something, but you're not going to know what we had to do before we went in here. But needless to say, it was like a 20-minute ordeal before we could actually go into this shop. And it was supposed to be we'll stop in for 10 minutes real quick, take some pictures, we'll pick up a couple books and then leave. And then, an hour later, we're finally leaving.
Not to mention the fact that we ended up having to stop everything and tag team it. Like, okay, you go in and then I'll go in and I'll stay
Yeah,
with
oh,
kids
yeah,
because
Yeah, we thought we could get away with taking them both in.
Sure.
And they had a life-size Silver Surfer statue in there.
Oh boy.
I would have died right there.
Oh,
with
beautiful.
the signs "Don't climb on." So I'm like
Right,
holding
right.
hands. I'm like, okay, boys, come on. And it just, yeah. But I think that would probably be one of the funnier ones because there's actual photographic proof of it on the channel.
Sure, of course.
You go back and watch it. I mean, you can see if you want to see a 5-year-old Superman punch an older kid. It'll look like.
Kids liven up your whole life. I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah.
really
Oh,
do. They really liven it up.
and our little one is
He's the bronze.
yeah, he doesn't take any crap at all from his brother. And
The older
funny.
one's the older one's the evil villain. He's the mastermind.
yeah,
Right.
And he uses the younger one who's the muscle. It's like a Master Blaster deal. Like when they get big enough, He'll start
funny.
carrying him around on a backpack. Like I truly believe that. But
Yeah, but like the older one used to kind of be rough with him, and now it's just like before I even have time to react, he's just like Superman punching him, and I'm like, whoa, okay. And so
and
Really
our
fun.
other son is named Logan, ironically, and
Oh wow.
he's not tough like Logan.
don't say that on the internet.
I don't care if I say you can watch him getting Superman punched by his younger brother.
And by the way, thumbs up on The Office. I am a big fan also.
Office is
Yeah.
We were excited to do that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and then while you're in New Jersey, you know, of course, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash is in Jersey too, somewhere, not Scranton, but you could have hit that up too at some point.
Oh yeah. Well, we were, it was weird because it was like we happened to have more time coming back than what we did. Obviously, going up. So coming back, we were like, all right, well, let's see where we can stop. And it just so happened,
We saw Scranton, and
we saw Scranton, and I was like, oh well, we have to stop here.
and then we're like,
This
why
is
we're
not
here?
that far from where we're going. You know what I mean? It just was, it was one of those stops.
Well, and it was on a Sunday, so there's a lot of stuff that was closed, and it was kind of, and when everything was shut down a little bit, so we had to.
Yeah, it was last year. So
Yeah.
That's been ridiculous lately.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, Juice.
So favorite thing you two collect together? What do you both collect that you're both into? Whether it be, I mean, it doesn't have to be the same title per se, comics, or does it have to be like game?
Like
yeah,
video,
I mean, we both collect books. I'm definitely more of a, I guess, a comic collector though.
Yeah.
But like anything retro gaming, we have tons of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64.
Yeah, that's like on my bucket list.
Sega, yeah. I mean, we've got like
Is to have like a game
bins of
room with
stuff.
like every like system. I mean, not like duplicates. Like I don't need PS, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just have like what I want. And
Hope
what
you're
we
watching
collect
this,
together.
Byron Brown. Did you hear what they just said? They collect video game systems. So my buddy Byron out there that will be watching this. He's a very vintage collector of old video game systems. Yes. Look at that. Bring that back up.
I've got two of
Bring that back
those,
up.
and I got the old.
Nice.
And
I
we've
got the old Atari.
Yeah, I don't have the Atari. As you can
Look at that. Sweet.
I don't have the Atari.
Well, we have an Atari set up. Or
Oh,
we don't
really?
have it set up, but I've got it, yeah.
Oh, you got yours? Well,
Yeah.
then I guess we do have an Atari. Huh.
I would love to get an N64 again to play Shadows of the Empire just
We
one
have
more
that.
time.
Because of GoldenEye.
Just to play
Yeah.
Shadows of the Empire, and GoldenEye was great too.
Yeah.
That was good.
We had what was a game that we really got into? I can't remember which system it was on. It was
I think it was actually the original Xbox.
do you know which?
Heroes.
No. That was a great one. But the it's kind of like Apex. I cannot think of the name.
Mhm.
Apex.
I'm gonna leave you on the island. I have no idea.
It was like Dark Zero. Dark Zero?
Oh, Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. Yeah, I used to play
There
that.
you go.
It was great.
The Snapdragon. I was calling
I would
it
love
Snapdragon.
to find an old TurboGrafx 16 too if I could.
Yes.
Mm.
Those
There
were
was a great game, military strategy game. I'd love to play on that.
Jim does too. Jim
It-
goes
it's,
there.
it's great. I mean, like video games, if you can get anybody, they're so much fun. It's like such a good thing for like families.
Sure.
We had one game, and this is actually not good for families at all. It is a very inappropriate game, but it was called Whacked.
What was
It
it
was
called?
a great game.
It was like
But
a cartoon style battling game, but it was definitely geared towards adults.
It was
Yeah.
called
So-
what?
it's called Whacked, and they
Whacked?
had the characters were like was he a Scottish rabbit?
Yeah,
He
there
had
was
no
a
feet.
bunny, and they had cut his feet off.
And he's
for
like,
luck.
"Where's my feet?"
Yeah,
and
he
then-
was going around with a shotgun.
They had one. She was like a buxom like lady, and she was like, "Oh hey y'all," and she was like, "Oh my bars," and then like her pleather outfit was too tight, so it burst, and all you could see was sensor bars, and she's like, "Oh, where's my
Going
battery?"
around with sensor bar, yeah,
It was so inappropriate. It was the
Kinda-
greatest.
Kind of reminds me of the old Leisure Suit Larry games you used to get, like way
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you're familiar with those, because like
Mhm.
in those you would like you could like hook up with like prostitutes and get STDs and like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, I mean, like you could gamble, you could do all kinds of crazy stuff. Like all the stuff that you weren't supposed to do as a kid playing a video game, you could do in that game.
Yeah.
Well, I got a buddy. We're supposed to go in May, and he's got an enclosed trailer, and we're going to Kansas City if everything works out. I'm coming back with a coin-operated Galaga game and a coin-operated Centipede game.
Yes.
And those two are going in my shop, and we've already got them. I've already got them pre-ordered. What they do is they refurbish these and everything, and there's a place in Kansas City, and I'm going to get 2 of them.
That's awesome.
Maybe a Pac-Man game. I don't know.
Oh man,
that would be cool.
I've got a buddy here locally who actually refurbishes old school games like that, tabletops and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
My queen years ago used to have the, and she regrets it. Her ex-husband made her sell it. She used to have the original Kiss pinball machine.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, the original Kiss. She regrets it to this day still.
I was gonna say that'd been the first time you got to go.
Yeah, exactly. Bye.
I love any kind of pinball machine. I don't care what it is. I used to play a bunch of those ones back in the day.
Remember that?
Yeah, my grandfather used to have a pinball machine in his basement, and they used to have it was like choking your chicken's choked or something stupid. And it was great, but then it died.
You guys remember?
We actually have a pinball machine, don't we?
Yeah, we haven't brought it down yet, but
yeah, we have one. And we got it, and I think it needs like
it's a wedding gift actually.
I don't know what's wrong with it. We were always gonna figure out what's wrong with it, but we haven't done that yet. But one day.
Do you guys remember the first multi-balled pinball machine? What it was? It first came out on the market?
Man.
No.
Multi-ball.
It was multi-balled that came out when you were playing. You, man. Right away, Monty, you're into the grind. I love it.
I got you.
First multiplayer pinball machine, and I remember it. It was Black Knight. It actually had multi-balls. You know how most of the pinball machines now, when you're playing, you get the extra balls, and you're like 5, 6 of them at a time sometimes to get more points.
I just love those extra balls, man.
You got it, buddy. Hey, Jeff, you got a question?
All right. So what got Remy and what got you guys into YouTube? What got you guys starting the YouTube channel and everything?
I guess it was my okay to Chris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I had gotten in touch with somebody through Facebook about some books, and we just started talking. I was actually trying to sell some, and he had reached out to me about some books that I had, and we kind of like hit it off. And then he was like, "Hey, I have a YouTube channel. It's Cardboard Crazies, Chris from Cardboard Crazies." And we talked to just like over the next couple days or something, and I watched a bunch of his videos, and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to send you a box."
Because he lives kind of far from us.
Yeah, he's like he actually was like only about an hour away, but he actually would travel to my town to go to
the local comic shop.
Yeah, the LCSs around my like where we were living, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm going to send you a box," and I sent him. I think it took a week or two to collect some books together, but I ended up sending him a box, and he opened it up on the channel. And he was like, hey, I don't know if you're doing any content, but if you're not, you should. And at the time I was getting a lot of stuff that I was ordering that was coming in. And the next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to post a video. And it was like 20 minutes long. It was super long. I was like, I just put together this huge video, and and that was it. And then it was like just started releasing content, I guess. So
yeah.
And then eventually we kind of jumped on, like we would go on hunting together to find stuff, and
that's got to be fun. That's got to be fun.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah, I mean, if anybody out there, if you're looking for somebody to marry, if you can find her in video games and comic books, I mean,
no doubt.
Done.
Well, it's funny because when we met, like my mom was really into like Super Nintendo and Mario and like all this other stuff. And I know I've told the story 1,000 times, but like one time I literally got grounded because I was on the phone with him and I was going to go out and talk to him. And she was like, no, you got to beat this level. And I was like, okay, ha, ha. And she's like, if you don't beat this level, you ground it. And I was like, ha, ha, ha. And it was a joke, but it really wasn't. And I was like, Mom, this level's really hard. And then I ended up beating it. And I was like, okay, bye. And she's like, okay, bye. But I had stopped playing video games for a while, and it sounds really stupid, but they had switched to the 64.
Sure.
And I couldn't figure out the up and down and the left. And I was like, well, I just will never play a video game again. And then he got the Xbox, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn how to play this. And then, you know, he got me back into video games, and now I'm
Hooked.
Now you'll hear us in 2 different rooms set up, like yelling either at each other or trying to coordinate who we're attacking. Yeah, like it's
They got
Why
two
did you
different
do
sometimes
that?
it's more fun when we're battling each other.
They got 2 different
Oh.
laptops in each other's room, and they're like talking back and forth on the
Yeah.
laptop. And
It reminds me more of like Solo and Hamill, where they're like, you know, where and Skywalker, where they're shooting like in the Millennium Falcon. Oh, I got one. Don't get cocky, kid.
Yeah. So
All right.
that is
So,
awesome.
In your duo, who's the comic book collector?
probably more so Jeremy.
More so me, yeah.
What's your favorite in comic books?
Favorite character?
Yeah, favorite character. What stories do you like to read? What's got your interest right now? New.
So right now I've been grabbing more like Silver Age Thor.
Nice.
I've actually been trying to pick up some DC keys as well.
You're
but-
getting approval right here. Look.
yeah, kind of like anything Journey or Tales.
Yes.
kind of like-
Yes.
The number.
I don't know. I've got a
I
ton
was
of
going to
books
say,
here.
show him that one.
Thumbs up, happy dance.
He sounds like me. I don't know. I have no
Right.
idea.
Well, I picked up a bunch of stuff. I paid for it. I don't know. I got it. So, you know.
Beautiful. Hercules on that cover.
Hercules,
Yeah,
Hercules.
I don't know.
So you a big Thor fan then? It looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, again, Thor is kind of like my go-to
Fantastic.
as of
Beautiful.
late.
Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk.
Gambit, Remy
You were
Q.
showing off some Galactus. I mean, that's like 100%.
Oh yeah, some of those Fantastic Four covers. Man.
Yeah, I got
Yep.
this a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, very
It's
low
issue
grade,
2.
but just
Yeah,
again,
issue 2,
some,
it's issue 2.
Low grade's better than no grade.
The original
Yeah.
OG right there.
Now that he said that, I got to dig out another book.
Silver Surfer is like my top of the list always.
Oh.
That's my favorite. Love Silver Surfer. Nolan Rad, absolutely hands down. I noticed that, like,
The story is
in-
just like beautifully sad.
yep.
So
Oh,
So do you collect anything else besides comics and
that's
video
where I was
games?
gonna go. Go ahead, bud.
I have a small collection of Barbies.
Okay.
Which
That's
is
all right.
ironic because I did not grow up wanting Barbies.
Yep.
But my mom used to collect Barbies for me, and I couldn't play with them, and it's
Do you have any of the cards of the collectible cards? that
yes,
they
I
had?
do.
Do you?
I have
big
the whole
ones?
set of the Barbie cards.
Oh, wow.
Which, by the way, I completely forgot they might actually be worth something.
They
They're
are.
They're worth quite
I
a bit.
have 'em.
probably.
I have
you-
my brother-in-law, who's no longer with us, actually was a huge collector in cards and I
Non-sports
want to
cards.
say Topps cards, but not sports.
Okay,
Right.
non-sports cards.
Non-sports cards. So he
Yep.
had a lot of Beetle cards, Barbie
Oh, very
cards,
cool.
you know, just a whole, I mean, like he was very, very well known in the in the collecting community. And he had a barn full of stuff. And I just
Yeah.
never knew, you know, I have a couple Beatles cards. I have US history cards. So
Did you
I
get
would
this
always
from your
get like
brother?
this
Or
weird
did you
stuff.
share
I
this
have some Alf cards.
Ooh,
You
I
know,
love Alf.
yeah, I mean, who
Yeah,
doesn't?
Al was
Random
great.
stuff, you know, except for him eating cats, but you know, whatever.
I used to have an Alf puppet and everything, and I used to play with it and everything until Alf started complaining where my hand was, so I had to put it up.
There it is. So you played with your L. Okay, I got it.
But yeah, so I got a lot of weird stuff like that, like just people, like not necessarily that I collected, but every year I'd get like a pack of cards because
Sure.
that was his thing, and so they would just be like, "Oh, well, we got this in the warehouse," and they'd send it to me.
Sure.
Recently, we've gotten into more statues as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, we
one.
started this. We'll do a show usually once a week, but it's like a budget statue review.
Budget or BS.
So any
Yes.
statue under $100.
Yep.
And we've done that. I swore we'd never get into pops, and we kind of started getting into pops. And it was like we won one, and then it was like all of a sudden.
Flarkin. Oh my gosh, love that guy.
Yeah, and that was the thing is I even warned everybody. I was like, well, I don't want to get these because I know
you'll
never get them all. And like every character, there's like a million of, and it was just like
I got 6.
Well, there's not so many select a billion of, but you got to be really selective with ones you pick up.
Yeah.
No.
And my favorite statue is this guy right here.
Like an action
He is not good at all. He's $5 from 5 and below. He's never going to be worth anything, but
So you're like a bad guy.
I mean, he brings me so much joy. I just love him so much.
Miss out, Dr. Sabana.
I mean, it's just great. It's just great. It is worth no value, but I saw him and I was like, you know what? I want him, and I grabbed him, and he was $5, and he's.
That was your birthday gift
It
to
was my
yourself.
birthday gift that I bought myself.
Awesome.
I'm getting an action figure.
Sometimes simple is always better.
Well, and like Shazam, I love Shazam because it's like everybody, like when you're growing up, what do you want to be? Like, and I hate to be stereotypical, but guys want to be a superhero and girls want to be a princess. I wanted to be a badass princess superhero.
There you go.
And like he embodies that like kid inside of you because he is a kid. And like if you were a kid and you got superpowers, what would you do? And he's just that. And that toy makes me feel like that in that.
Cool.
Then you need to get the Isis toy because Isis come out in a series. Yeah, there was Isis. She was a little girl that turned into Isis, a superhero like Shazam.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that, but that's awesome.
Yeah, she had a series that come out at the same time Shazam come out with his little TV series.
Oh.
Yep. And she had
awesome.
She had a thing with animals. It was really cool.
Oh man, she's like right up my alley.
And I was going to ask you, you got any of the Barbies that look to the left? That don't stare straight forward. But
That is no, I don't know.
No, y'all listen now. She probably knows about this.
I don't. Tell me more.
Those are the ones that were first made and the ones that are the most expensive because the eyes started looking forward. But before that, I think it's left or right. But they're not looking straight forward. They're looking off one side. That's one way you can tell that it's an expensive old Barbie.
Oh. Well, see, these were the holiday collection.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
We started on a holiday collection, and unfortunately, somebody flooded my basement, and we lost most of them. But
not me. When she said that and pointed her eyes my way.
No, not
it gave me indication as if I had flooded.
No, we rented our house out to somebody.
I caught what she was like. Somebody.
No, I didn't say. It's not him. I rented my house out to a family member.
I got the phone call. Hey, we've got 3 feet of water in the basement.
Ouch.
So
well, for all y'all collectors out there that collect Barbie, they're just starting. Y'all look for the eyes that are pointed to one side, not straight ahead.
Now I'm gonna have to go back to my Barbies and see.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we've got now.
And no, I don't play with Barbies. I just weirdly know that.
Well, so I started a real. Go ahead.
Let's see, Monty, 2 different points. So is there a cross-eyed Barbie? And second, I hope you changed to nitro gloves or like sterile gloves when you were putting your hand up, Alf. I'm just saying.
I use my brown gloves.
There you go.
Wow. Wow. Jeff, did you have another question, buddy?
Yeah. What got actually? Hold on. Hold on.
You need some coffee.
Yeah. brain fart pretty much. But what age of comics do you guys can really collect? Modern, gold, silver,
Oh, it's
or
everything.
a little bit of
Everything.
everything?
Everything, yeah. Most recently, so I picked this up. Mr. DJ Links is a dear friend of mine,
Yes.
and to one up
You
anything
want
in
to
his
talk about
collection,
romance?
it's very hard to do.
Nice.
And recently he picked up a Forever People
Nice.
#1, and he's gonna send it in to get graded. And so I was like, all right, I got this right. So I got the only one in existence, 0.5 on the census.
That's
Nice.
so cool, though, dude.
Everybody out there, when you go hunting for a 0.5 Forever People #1, nope, because this is the only one.
Oh no, that's funny.
Rare book, very rare
Very
book.
rare. And
So-
DJ, when you get your book back and it's something higher, there's only hundreds out there that are similar. So read them and weed, buddy. There you go.
You know,
Look
you
at how
can,
good it presents, right? You're like, oh, how's this?
you
a
can put the
0.5?
marker and put a 9.5.
That's the
I
0.5.
love
That's
it.
that's
Read part of the back.
DC Kirby, isn't it?
Yep.
DC Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Jack Kirby.
Yeah,
All the way.
that was back when he didn't have no sense, you know.
So what I'm just out of curiosity, this is for new people, Remy. What makes that a 0.5? Does it even say what was wrong with it?
Oh,
Because
so
he has no
I
background.
have another advantage with it because
Okay,
it is
cool.
it's a beautiful showing book, but
Yep.
I can also read part of the back.
Yeah, because it's like cut out. There's a whole ripped out part of the
I
back.
see it.
So I can read part of the book too.
Which DJ can.
Yeah. He'll never be able to read his book once it gets encapsulated. So
You know, damn those kids for sending off for those X-ray glasses.
but you know,
Or those sea monkeys or whatever it may have been, you know.
Yeah.
I always wanted to see monkeys.
Wow.
I never got them.
yeah. So again, it's a mix. I mean, like we don't have a regular polis
Right.
set up. However, I picked up 7-8 new books.
I mean, we have a
this
few
week.
like things that we want to get in our life.
Yeah, it's like I'll get stuff, but I mean, it's I guess I lean more Marvel, but it's whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And Angels, I mean, lately you've been getting a whole bunch of stuff, haven't you?
Let's
Yeah.
hear it. Come on, I want to hear this. What? Like?
Well, I keep saying she got bit by the bid bug because any auction that she can see online, she's gonna go for apparently. Like there's stuff I didn't even know. I was like, I didn't know you were into that. And she's like, it's a really cool cover. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I collect. I'm kind of a cover whore. Like if I love a cover, I'm gonna buy the cover.
It's
some of
art.
Yeah,
It's art.
absolutely. And I have people that I like, and I have stories that I like.
Which ones do you like, Remy? Or Angel, sorry.
I like Shazam because very
Okay.
kid-like. I like Rogue and Gambit. I think I am not, as Jeremy would say, I'm more of a guy. I'm not like warm and fuzzy and like into romance, which is not true because Rogue and Gambit have one of the greatest love stories ever. He still loves her and he's very naughty and they can't be naughty together. And except for Savage Lands. And I'm into the Phoenix.
definitely more X-Men, I think.
I'm really into the X-Men. But I do like some of DC characters,
Sure.
I like Superman. I know he's not a fan favorite. I know a lot of people don't like him because, he's kind of a Boy Scout, and some people think he's too good and he's too powerful. But I like that he stands for like truth and justice and, whatever it is now. Hope. Is it hope? Truth, justice, and light. I don't know what it is. It used to be in the American way, but now it's not that.
No, I can tell you what it is, but it ain't that.
Justice and rainbows. I mean, I don't
No,
know.
I don't like. I know the direction that they're going for. I like the original stuff. I like the original Batman with Adam West.
Sure.
And it's probably has to do with how it was brought up, me and my dad used to watch that stuff.
Sure, of course.
On Nick at Night, and we watched Wonder Woman. I used to watch that every day when I got home from school.
Yep.
So with my dad. So like in Shazam and me and my dad, it's like kind of like he's the one that really got me into that stuff, and I watched it. So some of that stuff is really nostalgic to me, and it's not so much. Yeah, I mean Wonder Woman's kind of a badass.
Sure,
I mean
she
she's
is.
one
She
of the
is.
strongest.
She's
And-
Amazonian. She's excellent.
Absolutely.
There's also like a really huge nostalgic piece there as well. So, like I have.
Yes, it's a book battle.
Yeah.
Book battle, everybody.
Love it.
What
Love
do you
it.
got? Oh, I know
So-
what you got.
So like this
Oh.
is like
Ah.
What?
Oh,
It's
wow.
a gold label?
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's signed by
Wow.
Zachary Levi, and it says
That's
Shazam.
beautiful.
And honestly,
Can you show that one more time? That's beautiful cover.
thank you.
And it's signed. Wow.
Yeah.
OG 9.2.
That is beautiful.
Thank
Yep.
you. And it's like, I mean, honestly, I don't think they could have found anybody better than Zachary Levi to play him because he's just such a big kid.
Right.
And then, of course,
Just
Nice. Justice League of America. I like that.
Okay, right.
Absolutely.
and you got, a little bit of everybody on that cover.
Sure.
Batman and Superman, and that's just a random. Where's the other one?
well, that's your new book you recently got.
The what?
This is your Rogue One, the X-Men. Oh, are you looking for Shazam book?
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
So-
Okay.
Very nice.
Why that particular one? And I can see why. But for people that are watching this, why that particular book?
This particular book,
I know
I mean,
why.
it's got
I can see why.
it's got Shazam and Superman
Black Adam.
and Black Adam on it.
Yes,
and
right.
I,
That's a
that-
beautiful book.
that was maybe more of a spec buy.
Louis sent you that. Freaky Louis.
And then Freaky Louis sent that. Oh, that's right. Louis sent me that.
Who
and then
sent you that?
Thank you, Louis.
And then
Sent you-
Freaky Louis sent me this.
Oh,
And-
big shout out to Freaky Willie.
Yeah.
Big time.
He
Did
is.
you-
I was really sad that he wasn't able to make it to C2E2. He is like a great person. I actually super love this cover.
All the Florida guys are.
Because honestly, this is my grandmother. She was always because it says marry me or else. And that was kind of my grandmother. She was a big flirt, and
I love it.
she would totally say something like that. And it's a great cover. I love it. So, that's
Very cool.
Your granny
Very, very
wasn't afraid to like grab somebody's ass or something.
yeah.
But she
there's a
could
lot
get
of-
away with it.
There's a
She's
good
an older
looking young
lady. She
man
could get
there,
away with it.
that kind of thing. And
Well,
Sure.
we went to a graduation party. She just ran and jumped up in some random dude's arms, and we're like, "Granny!"
she was always looking for the-
Sounds like Granny was a player.
I love it.
Granny was a player.
I love it.
That's
Love it.
funny.
So
Gentlemen?
Well, I got a question.
okay,
I want to know what your, I'm going to kind of get it off the comic book genre for a second. I want to know what your greatest challenge has been in doing YouTube videos. What do you struggle with?
probably our schedule.
I think the scheduling, yeah.
Because-
Yes. Like initially there was a lot. I was releasing a lot more content without Angel just because trying to figure out
Because I wasn't originally
what we could do.
gonna be doing this.
Yeah.
And then I somehow am doing it.
Well, I gotta say
was
something.
smart about it.
I'm sorry, Remy. I gotta tell you, your wife there with the reviews on movies, I love it.
No.
I love it because you just like, why? And I do the same thing when I'm watching something. I'm like, why did they do this?
No. Well, so
They're gonna get me in trouble though. One day they're gonna get me in trouble.
that originally that had started with the rant, right?
That started with the guys club.
Yeah. So I was actually Chris and I, Cardboard Crazes and I were doing a show, and he had invited a lot of folks from the community on almost to do like a roast, and they basically all made little shorts of me. And at the time, I was doing different like videos where I would say I would take over somebody's studio. It was like a homage video, and I'd set up a green screen, and I would always like, I'd pull out certain books that they would, and just make like a 30-second to a minute long video of somebody like DJ or like Super Power
Did I
Review.
do it
I did
first?
one of Freaky Louie. I did one of.
Nice.
And so I would do these like little just funny clips of like these channels that I really love. And so he got a ton of people on there. Again, to just kind of make fun of what I do, or like I do the chainsaw unboxing. So they were doing like wacky unboxings, just over the top things.
Who was it that did the nuke?
And
That was
Couple Comics.
Couple Comics.
Yeah. And so they would do these like little clips of like just crazy ways to open up boxes. And then Angel got upset because they excluded her from
No, I didn't get upset.
roasting me. And so she got on and did a big rant about
I wasn't
how dare you exclude me? Like, if you're going to make fun of them, please let me do it. I would love to be a part of it. And so and everybody's like, oh, we gotta, we need more rants from Angel. And it was like, anytime something would make her mad, she would get on and do a
It's
little
just
rant.
trash.
And so then it turned into like, all right, well, not everything can be negative. So why don't we do a rant or rave review? And so anytime there's like a new show or a game or something coming out, or a book or something that she's doing, she'll give a review on it. And sometimes it's a rant or rave. It's usually a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's nothing I really hated except for maybe Captain Marvel. But
Did you say Captain Marvel?
yeah,
I gotta hear this. I gotta hear
Captain
this.
Marvel, she doesn't. Brie Larson, she's not a fan.
yeah.
She's
Tell me
not the
something.
only one.
Tell me if you agree with me. Now, the movie was okay. Okay, I give it that. It was good for what it was. But do you not agree with me? She runs like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I didn't even notice that, which is funny because
Watch her run. Watch her
yeah.
run.
No,
I could go an entire hour on Brie Larson and
Yeah, sorry.
what she did.
Does she run like she has little arms?
Yeah.
I have to go
Runs
look at
weird.
this.
You gotta watch her
Okay,
run.
so my thing with Brie Larson and it, I tried.
Oh no, I'm preparing myself. Go ahead.
Maybe
I'll cut you off. Go ahead. No, let it.
yeah, let it rip.
Okay, so my thing with Brie Larson, and I did a whole thing on Captain Marvel, is
I've seen
one,
it was good.
I don't have a problem with women being badass. Obviously, I'm a woman. I believe in women power, and I want, equality, but she takes it to a different level where she's not, she's basically pushing other people down to be like, I am better than you. And I try really hard to be like, okay, well, I don't want to bash other women, but she is like, well, I'm better than, like I'm stronger than Thor. And it's like Stan Lee literally said that Thor is stronger than you. And he wrote the damn character. So sit down and shut up. And it was like almost like a Napoleon complex. It's like she has to, and I understand, like she's trying to prove that she's better, but she's putting down men to do it, and it's like the exact thing that you're fighting against. Shut up, Jeremy.
No, go on. I think
That's it. I just feel like that's not an equality. That's exactly what you're fighting against.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I
Like so
that.
to me, that's like you're just as bad as all the men that you're talking trash about.
Right.
Love it.
And you're not wrong.
Right?
Well,
I know.
You're
Yeah,
not wrong at all. I mean, honestly.
well said. Thank
right?
you.
I mean,
Right.
it's true. So
So
and I
you
just don't
being
like that at all. Because then you're number one, you're giving feminist women a bad name. So
Oh, wait. Bring that back up again. Oh, I love it.
is that okay.
It's the Hulk Smash book.
Yeah, that is
Is
all.
that
It's
the
meant.
Terrible bag. I just now noticed how look at that terrible bag.
Zen
terrible.
saying, oh, I love that book. Beautiful book.
You
Zen
know,
here is saying, what did he say here? I can tolerate Brie because of her being a Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Well, and I really liked I really liked Brie Larson because she was in the Toni Collette Showtime show. What was that? It was her mom had dissociative
Thank you.
oh my god, what was the name of that show? It was really cool because Toni Collette's amazing.
Started with a T. I remember that. Yeah, the show started with a
yeah,
T.
it was
T something. Yeah.
but she
Tita or
played,
Tara or something like that.
yeah, Tara. It was was it something Tara? But
Yeah.
her mom had a dissociative disorder where she had all these different personalities,
Mm-hmm.
and Brie Larson was her daughter in the show, and she was great in the show.
Right.
But as Captain Marvel, I was like, okay, yeah, she kind of took it, and then it was even kind of funny too because like all the press release stuff that she did, like on the World
heard about
Junket,
that.
like I mean, you could go back and watch the Junket videos, like
It's cringy.
when she was with Jeremy Renner, like especially like that one in particular was just like so obvious. He was just like he sat there and was like, and was just like, could you
Yeah.
if he was
Oh, my
literally saying with
And
his
it was-
body language, he was literally saying, could you shut the fuck up, please
Yeah,
now?
absolutely.
Please.
It was
His body
cringy.
language was screaming that.
Absolutely. And like there's a I don't know if it was Jeremy Renner. It was definitely Chris Hemsworth and her, and maybe it was Cheadle.
I don't remember who the
But-
third one was that was there.
It was they were just like, okay,
Cheadle.
like
Don
are we
Cheadle. It was
fighting
Don
right now?
Cheadle.
Yeah, it was Don
It was
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. It was Don
And,
Cheadle.
and I kind of feel like oh.
No, go ahead. Speak your mind.
know.
It's all good.
So
I know,
I
I saw
just feel like, and it could be because they see each other every day, and they, you don't have to like everybody, but I feel like, and I've seen her do interviews where she's not kind of a
Right.
snob, but she and I know she has, some sort of like self-confidence issues. So I don't know if it stems from that, like she's overcompensating. But she just comes across as kind of a big snob.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you be a snob too if you had tiny arms and you can scratch your ass?
And you can't run.
I wouldn't be a
I'm
snob.
telling
And
you,
she has no butt.
Angel, Remy, if you go back and if you can stomach watching it again, watch how she runs. I'm not kidding you.
I'm
Every
telling you,
as
dude.
soon as
She's
we got
running
off
like
the
this.
air,
Yeah, we'll
running
check
like
it out.
this.
We'll check it out
gonna-
for sure.
I'm like, what?
You can't, and she can't scratch her butt with those tiny arms. I'd be pissed
She
off
got
too.
no
you
butt
know
to
what?
scratch.
Scratch your ass. Yeah,
I
got
just
no
it's even
fucking
less
scratch.
harder to reach.
yeah. That's why she's so mad. Now I feel bad for her.
She got no butt, man.
She has a purpose in the stories. I get it. I'm not gonna hate too much on her, but
All right, I got a
get
nice
where
question
you're
for
coming
these
from.
two. I
What's
got a
that?
nice one. I got a nice question for these two. Do
Okay,
these
go ahead.
guys have? Do you two have Grail books? Like, do you guys both have different lists of Grail books that you guys want? Like big books that you guys really want?
I would like the first appearance of Rogue.
Ooh,
Even
Okay.
though- yeah.
Okay. That,
Which ironically was
It's an
and I
Avengers
feel
book.
like maybe that's a subconscious reason why I don't like Captain Marvel as well, because she kind of did kill Miss Marvel kind of.
Well, she completely drained and took over part of her powers and did all
Yeah.
this stuff too. I mean,
So,
depending on which Marvel you're
maybe I'm
talking
like,
about.
oh, that's just a bad reminder. But
Well,
and actually, her first appearance was in Captain Marvel, but it never made it because the character didn't do well, so it got shelved. And so Rogue kind of didn't have a backstory until much later. But I would like her first appearance.
It was like an
okay.
Avengers
What
book.
about Remy? What about
Avengers
Remy's
annual
book?
book. It's an annual.
Avengers
Avengers
annual, yeah.
You got one of your girls.
I'm shooting this year. I'd like to get a Journey 89 actually.
Ooh.
It's just a cover thing. It's an awesome book that I've always wanted.
Right.
Last year, I have one here.
Oh, hold on. Monty's got something to show you.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Now this is a golden record because the original one I got is put up.
Mm-hmm. We know where. I know where that one's at.
Yeah. And I ain't got enough fire extinguishers here at the house, so work that.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
Not that.
It's a golden record, but I got a real one too of the original.
No. I was talking about the comment, not you.
Which comment?
About the Green Goblin. That's not real, is it?
I don't think so.
I haven't
Okay.
heard that.
Well, you never know because they do have a new superhero called Safe Space, and Snowflake.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
supposed to-
yeah.
In
Interesting.
Spider-Man 88, they're supposed to come out with a female Red Goblin. What I heard.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Right.
And they have a couple. If you go back, they have a couple really non-PC.
At least they're not like DC, man. So we're okay with that one.
So here's a completely random off the cuff question, Remy and Angel. Top 5 random movies off the top of your head, and again, in no particular order, just top 5 favorite movies.
Well, one
'Cause again-
of my favorite movies that you all probably have never heard of is called The Court Jester.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Oh, really? I love
Yep.
that movie. It's got David Finch in it. It's an old movie.
Yes, it is.
I would say probably The Avengers, the first one. I
Okay.
know in the end it was very much like kind of like they were just like, I don't know what to do. We'll just stick the thing in there. It's fine. It was I love that movie. I could watch that movie over and over again. I get excited, want to punch a wall, and I'm like, yeah,
Do that again. Do that again.
yeah.
Yeah. Remy, your woman's really awesome.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, yeah.
Hands down, buddy. Hands down.
Jane, I don't know.
You better
I'm kinda
watch her.
digging
She turns
Shang-Chi.
green when she gets angry.
I'm kind of digging Shang-Chi. I don't know. You might.
Are you thinking all time or just comic related?
Well, no, because Court Jester, I'm one of those people that, like, if I watch something, I really like it, but maybe in a year, I can't remember all the details. So I have to go back. It's almost like watching it again.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, there's, if you had to rattle off 5 top movies that you could watch over and over, you know what I'm saying? Like, in any genre.
Yeah, Court
And again,
Jester.
that's
The
gonna change all the time.
Avengers. You go. I can't think of
Me
any.
go.
Yeah, you go. Your top 5. Shang-Chi was awesome. I did not expect that one out of the gate. I was like,
I enjoyed that as well.
I did not expect it to be
Yeah,
good.
Shang-Chi was like that. You know what? Guardians was the same way, though. I think the movies that, like, you're not really 100% sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I
whether or
thought
not
that
they're
movie was going to be terrible. I was like, dude,
I mean,
they don't
those
just have
turn
to
out to
pull
be
out
the
a
best.
comic book
Yeah.
like out of
Right.
their butt just to get some money. And then I was like, oh, this is a great movie.
No.
Yeah.
There's other movies that I like, and I can't think of any of them.
Well, I did
Remy?
kind of put you on the spot, so.
Come on.
I like Ever After. I know it's like a chick.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see. There's got to be another one. I like movies.
Mhm.
I
We'll
watch-
think of them
I watch
afterwards.
movies.
Well, how about you, Remy?
You.
Oh, I have a ton of movies. I mean, just rattling off. Super Bad. Christmas Vacation would be one.
Oh, what's that movie that I like? The
A
video.
Christmas Story would be another one.
No, that's not me.
I know. I'm talking about me.
I know, but I'm talking about the video game movie.
I love it.
That is one of my favorite movies.
What video game movie?
Mario, Zelda. Now you're just name dropping.
Ready Player One?
Oh, that was a fantastic movie.
That was
I would
really
say that
good.
one.
Nice.
And then
I don't know why you keep it.
it's like the guys the weed movie.
The
It's the
weed
guy
movie.
movie that
You talking about Up in Smoke?
no
Pixel.
That's
no.
old. Sorry, I'm old
No,
school.
no.
Half Baked?
Oh, it's got
Half
the
Baked?
chick that plays
Dude, where's my car?
Right.
she's like with the hookah lamp. You
What was
spent all
it?
our rent money and hookers? No.
Oh, Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's
Damn.
Boy.
Grandma's Boy's great. Grandma's Boy's
That's
great.
one of my
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
Go
a good
judge
one.
me, monkey.
You said
Yeah,
weed?
That's
Okay.
that
awesome.
was awesome.
You said weed money and hookers? That sounds like a Saturday night when I was like 20 years old.
That was my 20s.
So that's what I'm gonna go with. Grandma's Boy, Court Jester's at the top, Avengers, Ready Player One,
Shang-Chi.
and Shang-Chi.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And real quick, Zen Multiverse is asking a question. He said, "Are you both into horror movies?"
Yes.
Oh, I want to hear
One
this.
yes, one no.
I
I
gotta hear.
I like zombie movies,
My ear.
werewolf movies, and vampire movies. But I'm not into
Ooh.
horror
Okay.
because I feel like
And
they're all
I am,
stupid. I just
yeah.
want to slap them all. I'm like, get out, run. And they're like, oh, we should stop and have sex. And I'm like,
It's always the
you're
same.
gonna die, dude. And so I'm like one of those people that will yell at the TV, and it just upsets me.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like that great. It's like that brilliant Geico commercial where the kids are like,
Yeah.
"We should go hide out behind the wall of chainsaws," and the
Yes.
killer's shaking his head, going, "No, dumbasses, no."
Yeah.
You know?
I like werewolfy movies too.
I'm a vampire person myself.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
so
I
a,
love horror
if
movies.
you can't see, I'm a vampire person myself.
Yeah, I love all
More
horror. Period.
kind of
I love
old
all
school.
horror and all the genres of horror. So,
Oh yeah.
No.
That's all Remy.
Yeah.
like, I was mad. I was
Ooh,
mad
here we
last
go.
week. You guys
Here,
were talking
now-
about
now
horror
Monty's
movies.
Talking my game. Love it,
Ooh.
Oh,
Monty.
nice.
Yeah, I
Oh, that
saw one of the things you had a bunch of horror comics that were just kind of amazing.
Who?
Comic G.
No.
Yeah, he always, yeah, that's his
I
wheelhouse.
always, that's boom.
Yeah,
I-
that's
Yeah.
his wheelhouse.
I've been told Mr. G is a living horror.
Thanks, Monty. Thanks.
That meant to be a compliment, you know.
Exactly. I mean, the Snoopy reader knows what I'm talking about. Like, hey, look at dark. Let's go downstairs. I mean,
Yep.
Oh, no. That's,
although
that
we-
legitimately is my jam. Like 100% old school horror.
Oh.
Like I think, and in fact, there's I have a little bit of a theory about this because I think that, like right in the like late 90s and actually kind of like when Scream came out, I think that they kind of changed the format altogether, and it was the introduction of cell phones. I think that's killed like horror movies
It has.
from what they were, and now they're all like it's either like a suspenseful film or like a who done it type of deal, and just that
There-
classic.
There have
Like-
been some cool ones though ever since then, but very
Yeah.
few and far between.
Yeah, and it's just I mean, like now when they try to do something more like kind of into like the slasher type films,
Like
like,
the
it's like
James,
they always have to introduce that.
Yeah.
They have like the one ditzy girl who's always on social media,
right?
and they're like out, by the cabin, and she's got to go, oh, there's no reception here. It's like they have to establish your cell phones don't exist anymore all of a sudden.
Right.
Where
It's a rough
back in the day, you could break down and then you had to walk, and like in that journey of walking, that's where
Aw.
something would happen. Or like, I don't know.
That's so nice.
Geek Out with Roscoe, buddy. Thank you for being
What's
here,
up,
buddy.
bud?
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
But
I
yeah,
feel like there's been-
I'm into that kind of classic slasher.
Yeah.
Kids out in the
Nah.
woods. There's just enough blood.
Although,
A little bit of sex. It's like like that perfect mold of
well, that's like I say like don't go down in the basement. Well, one time we had a ghost experience, and we went in the basement, and I was like, "We're gonna die," and Jeremy's like, "We should check this out." And I'm like, "No, we should go."
I didn't know that story was gonna come out, but yes.
I
You
didn't tell
know-
the whole story because
You know, Sleepy Reader's got a point right there.
Yeah.
But if they
Yeah.
just start every horror movie off with the guy with the machete attacking the cell phone tower, it'd be good to go. Then the cell phone tower falls down, and then they start the
because
movie.
you got to think like in all the old school horror movies, the phone lines never worked.
That's
oh
So
yeah,
somebody
right.
they
cut the
cut the
phone
phone
line.
line. Yeah.
That's because they crawled up the pole and they hit them. They whacked them off, then they got back
No,
down.
usually they would cut them at the house. So if you
Yeah.
cut them at the house, you cut them at the house, and like you had no phone, like you were done, like that was it.
Yeah.
Who was
But
it?
now it's all cell phones. So you're right. But again,
It's all cell phones, and it's got to be like I said. It has to be in the woods, or it has to be somewhere where there's no reception. And it's
I'm
just,
about 80 miles south of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
Yeah.
Wow.
awesome.
Where
Well, but, like,
you know,
Never
it's
going
funny
there.
too. It's funny when you talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that story, and I am getting where Remy's coming because I like horror movies as well. And what's cool about Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that original story, that butcher, that the murderer lived in Wisconsin, not in Texas.
Yeah.
right.
So they cross-referenced a lot of that movie in there, which is interesting. Like when they did the investigations, you realize out in the desert, they literally found like a pit full of like, there was corpses in there being
Body parts,
decomposed in this slime. It was disgusting when they were tracking all this stuff down. It's pretty creepy.
Well,
Yeah.
when you go through around Dalhart, you don't eat the barbecue.
Oh, that isn't that the first? I mean, that's
change.
I was gonna say that's the first movie where they had the like sole survivor, isn't it? Where they like that last person that they're chasing at the end. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that was the first
yeah.
one where
That's
they-
the first movie that had. Yep. And Robert says he likes horror movies. You love horror movies, man. It's
Of
not
course I
not
do.
that.
Lean on that, which I'm really loving. Deuce, you got on a really good subject. So Remy, I want your just five absolute favorite horror movies.
Oh,
Just five.
oh gosh, it's hard to pinpoint.
Point there in the
I would
field,
say
isn't
that one, number 2, Jason number 2.
Oh, Friday the 13th, number 2. Yeah, that would definitely be one. Potato Sack
Okay.
Jason's my favorite.
it? Nice.
Right.
Oh gosh, now this is on the spot now because I
Yeah, no doubt about it.
All right.
I know
Well,
there's
you'll
so
think
many
about it.
movies.
Good.
You make fun of
All
me.
good.
wow, yeah,
I'm just gonna leave you on that island.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I could definitely,
Shoot, I'm stuck.
I could
Yeah,
definitely help. I could definitely help
I would
interject
say-
some of my
I'd say
favorites.
my
down the
favorite top
recent
4
season.
movies would be, and everybody hates it, is Underworld. I love that movie.
That's not well. Okay, I love Underworld too. I'm a
I
big
haven't
fan
seen
of
the
it.
last one, but Mila
It's a vampire
Jovovich,
flick, but I'll get on vampire flicks. With
I
you.
love her.
Cool.
And I will say, even though
Hard
it's
not
not
to
well
love Chief
known,
Wicked.
Twilight, I hated that garbage.
We're gonna get a sparkly Batman, so yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I wanted to punch her so bad because she was like, "Oh, I just can't live," and I'm like, "Dude, you are getting on my nerves." I don't, but I will say the last one was actually not bad because they erased pretty much everything. It was kind of like what X-Men did for X-Men when they were just like, "We're just gonna pretend that like 1 through 3 did not happen."
Exactly.
They reset everything.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm in the question pool here, but just out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on the fast zombies?
Oh yeah, when they changed 28 days later, yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'm not
I
opposed
like-
to the infected.
But well, if you guys ever seen an Asian horror movie, they actually
I mean-
they
Train to Busan is a
That
badass
was
movie.
excellent. Have you seen that?
Have you seen
Train
You
that?
to
guys
Busan?
seen Train to Busan?
No.
Watch
Oh,
it.
that's badass.
But
That's a
there's
great
awesome
Korean
zombie
horror movie.
That was
hold
cool.
on. There's actually Hong Kong horror movies that Asian vampires
Oh, yeah.
you would laugh at. You know, Deuce probably knows what I'm talking about.
I
They don't
do.
they
I know
don't
what you're talking
they
about.
don't they don't walk. They hop.
No, they run. Well, and they do hop.
Yeah, they
hop.
run and
It's almost
hop.
like bunnies. They do.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, just to give you another point of reference, like again, I think Event Horizon
Yeah.
is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. That movie is so sick and twisted, and is sci-fi, but horror.
Yeah.
And when you guys
Yeah,
mentioned
use your
that
brain
last
a little
week, when oh my god, the guest last week, oh my god, I just blanked his name. When he mentioned that movie, I
Gary.
was like, oh my god, that was one of my all-time favorites
Talking about the
from like
thing.
the 90s.
yeah,
Yep.
That movie was just absolutely brilliant and so twisted.
Big
you
shout
know?
out to Gary for the thing.
Yeah, Gary, dude, that was I was gonna when I watched the rewind, I was so mad that I was not there. 'Cause that's one of my all-time
he
favorites
talked,
too.
about, he talked about Pinhead as well, which I
Yeah.
thought
Oh
was
yeah,
Yep.
Hellraiser, you can't go
Hellraiser
wrong
by
with any of
Barker,
those.
my favorite.
no.
By Barker was brilliant.
I haven't
Great
seen that
writer.
movie.
Oh man,
I
haven't seen a lot.
Hellraiser was cool because it was it's just a different feel. I think
Angel?
Gary said that he was just sophisticated, and it was like there was a just different feel about the whole thing.
Is he the one
Which
that
one?
no,
Which
that
one?
other guy?
Which one was
Hellraiser.
that?
Pinhead.
Pinhead from Hellraiser?
1, 2, and 3. That's all you need to watch. You're good. Trust me. That's it.
Is he the one with the dog?
No, he's the one with all those pins and stuff in his head.
I'm
You know, and
talking about
Douglas
never mind. I'm
Bradley
talking
is
about the
actually
stupid
played
movie
it.
with Jennifer Lopez. That was weird.
Ah.
Oh, you're talking about the cell.
Well, Cell was
Yeah.
cool. That was
That
different.
Oh, it's cool.
No, I don't know. I was like, oh, they used a dog to kill people. I'm so mad.
I was also a
Dog.
big, huge fan of American Werewolf in London. I think that's one of my all-time other favorites. That's a great one.
Movie.
No.
Some of the unbelievable effects for the first time ever done,
Yep.
and just the way that it was shot, like the way that like his buddy kept decomposing every time he talked to him in the theater. It was just brilliantly put together, and the story, like it was interesting to like kind of show the progression of his madness to him realizing that he'd become a werewolf. I thought that was really super
They
cool.
also won an award for that too, and special
Yeah,
effects.
it did. And again, that's the actual same makeup effects people shot Thriller for Michael Jackson. Michael
Huh.
Jackson hired all of those people that worked on American Werewolf in London to do the effects for the Thriller video.
That's
Believe it or
crazy.
not.
The movie that scared me the most, it made a dramatic change in my life,
Here we come. I'm waiting for
was in 1975. It was Jaws. That's when I
Oh.
stopped taking
Oh, yeah.
baths. I
Absolutely.
took showers from then on after seeing Jaws. I would not go near the water, and I would check the toilet before I
Hey,
sit down.
I was gonna say, I've never had a thing like a phobia or anything about spiders, but arachnophobia had me check
Oh,
the
yeah.
toilet.
Yeah.
There's that one
Wow.
scene where it crawls into the bowl and the guy sits down and like something alarms him and he gets up before he gets bit. But I
Right.
remember there was a while that I was like,
Yeah.
I remember
That-
that.
I couldn't watch that. I couldn't watch that for forever because I watched it when I was a kid. It freaked me out, and
See, the
still to
only-
this day.
I actually have not seen this movie, but the movie that freaked me out the most was Pet Cemetery. I haven't
That was
seen
a
it
great movie
Oh,
though.
that's
It was
a great
because
movie.
I was
Cemetery,
I was
yeah.
Well
in high
done.
school and I was gonna rent it,
yeah.
and my and I was a latchkey kid and I was gonna watch it, and my mom was like, "Do not watch that
Yeah, that was
when
creepy.
we are not here. That will freak you out. Do not watch
It was
it." And I
it was
like,
on
"Oh."
the regular channels during this Halloween because I watched 1 and 2, and
Yeah.
it was cool.
And I was
Nice.
like, "Oh yeah." You
Trick or
never
treat
ever
for
don't ever mess with a Native American burial ground. That's just
There
yeah.
you go.
And you never let your kitty cat watch Pet Cemetery either.
We
But you'll
actually
be
had a
freaking
cat.
out. They're
We had a
walking
cat
around
that
the
looked
house.
like Churchill or church. Was it Church?
Yeah, church.
Yeah, we had a cat that looked exactly like Church, and that cat was
Wow.
no joke. That cat would have some stuff on.
Big shout out to Sanimation. Hey, my Netherlands. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for being here.
Trick or
And
Treat's
Scott
another
Carr.
good horror anthology. They also did a bunch of
Oh,
different
The
little
Fog?
stories.
Dude, the fog, that ending, man.
Yeah, the
Yep.
fog was good too.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
Not
I'm
the new
thinking of
one, the
Mist.
old
Never mind,
one.
just kidding.
No.
The old one. The old one.
The Mist
Tell
was a
me,
good
The
movie.
OG fog. I agree.
I don't know. For some reason, I always thought that movie, The Fog, at the very end when they're in the cemetery,
Yeah.
I was expecting Alice Cooper and the band to come walking out
Yeah.
playing. For some reason. I don't know why, but I just,
South Summer.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have any questions for us, Remy and Angel? Any of us?
I'm stumped. I asked about running zombies. What do you got?
Well,
Again,
actually, one thing I wanted to say is I saw the very first episode that you did, G-Man, where you were doing the lighting test. And I just want to say, like, how far you've come. Like, your graphics in the beginning are just kind of amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
So I saw the
Appreciate it.
first when you were doing like the lighting test, and actually I was just talking about this on oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Where
Oh, we were on the banter.
the banter,
Yeah, for
and
Chip.
you were on there just be like, "Hey, is my lighting okay?" And one thing that I think is really awesome about this community is you were on there the first time and people were like, "Yeah, your lighting's good, your sound's good," and this is one of the most amazing communities ever.
It is awesome.
Like it, and
Thank
Gary B was talking about how you can get on here and just talk about comics, and most people don't have that. And I
Nope.
think that is, I think
thank
you've come so far, and I think it's awesome. I don't know
Thank
anything
you.
about any of this stuff.
I
just-
call it, here's what I call it, and the boys know it. I call it therapy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Our way out. Us nerds can talk about what we want to talk about, and what we
Yep.
enjoy talking
And you
about.
don't. Yeah, and I hate to throw that out there, but like, I mean, and then most of you are at the same age. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't when we were younger. It was not
Mm-mm.
cool to
Nope.
be into comic
Yep.
books. It
Nope.
was, and as a girl,
Oh, yeah.
you definitely, it was not cool for you to be in comic books, like, and you're like a total nerd, and now it's like, oh yeah, we're like totally hip because we're into like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you guys aren't the real deal.
No.
You didn't have to suffer through this.
We know
I
it.
just mentioned the same thing to somebody else in a comment in a video, because I was like, yeah, back in the day, like, we fanboys, like, were just kind of like in our own little cult.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's kind of funny because now, like, all this fandom has come to like fruition with the MCU and the DC, everything out there. It's like, it's funny because back in the day, like, we had little clusters of people, that we would hang out with and talk to. And now it's mainstream, and now it's
was
cool.
like outside of school and
Right.
inside of school. Like, you didn't talk about comics in school.
But I've
you
heard
had
from a lot of folks in the community where they didn't have anybody,
Yeah.
or they still don't. You know what I mean?
You had one or two people, and that was it.
Yeah.
I had about 4 people, and when I was in grades, elementary, and all the way up junior high, that we traded comic books with.
Right.
I didn't.
I had 3, and
had
it was
0.
it was something where we would,
and
just
2 of those
debate.
4.
It was always like who would beat who, and like reading books and trying to find out who would edge up somebody else, or like who got this wizard. You know what I mean? I'm like looking through for like the like that one panel that would prove this guy would dominate that.
Well, 2 of those 4 people, 2 of those 4 people, I got their collections.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I bought a couple of collections off my buddies too. Funny as you say that.
I have to.
I didn't even realize it. I have 2 nephews. I mean, because my family is like very Brady Bunch. I have brothers and sisters that are much, much older than me, and so they have kids my age. And my nephews had like the entire set of the Flair cards. Both of them did, and I was like, man, I wish I would have been like, hey, you want your cards? Because they would have probably just given it to me, not even caring.
Yep.
Because they're not into that anymore, and I could have got the whole set. And they just probably sold it. Well, they did sell it. But I don't know. I was like, I could have bought it from you.
Nice. Big shout out to Biggie Shack. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
What's
up, Big?
Thank you for being here. Zen said exactly what I was saying. Definitely therapy. Yes, it is.
For sure.
And we got
Especially for a
comics and
ranch.
beer in the house, taco, coffee, and I can't tell what the other one is, but cool. Thank you. For
I
being
can't wait
here.
until I can't wait until that bus gets to running and coming down
I
your
wanna
way,
see
my
that
way.
bus. Yeah. He's
What,
doing
in that,
great.
to-
A
in
lot
that
of good
toilet
improvements.
paper? Coffee, taco, and toilet paper?
I think that's a burrito. I think.
Oh, it's too
I
small.
thought it was burritos too.
Yeah, I thought it was burritos too.
Burrito.
Taco, burritos, and a coffee. That doesn't seem like a good mix.
That's
Travis,
why I said
thank you,
toilet
buddy.
paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
That don't.
Do you guys have any grills that you're going for this year?
What's that?
Do you guys have any grills that you're going for?
Oh, my main one's up there. My main one's
I saw, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going for all the Golden Age Submariners and all the Golden Age Journey into Mysteries.
Oh, wow. That's not a big order at all.
Yeah, see, I'm going for lesser grails. I'm going for like First Constantine. I'm going for fillers in my Hellblazer runs.
You should have told me, man. I at that show they were a bunch. I like everybody. I had at least one copy of that one, the Swamp Thing with Constantine's appearance. You should have told me. I would have went. I went with Deuce.
Great man, brother. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Yeah.
Also looking to fill in runs of my Invisible stuff. I've got 3 volumes of that, and then I've got couple different demon books I'm looking for, an old school Jack Kirby demon stuff. I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Jack Kirby is kind of amazing.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I'm a big Stan Lee fan. I love Stan Lee. I think he is a great person, and I think because Stan Lee was such a personable person, Jack Kirby didn't get the love, But I think he was more appreciated from Stan Lee than anybody else.
Yep.
And
Right.
you know,
Absolutely.
besides the fandom.
No,
That
that's
makes
cool.
sense.
Mine is completing the first original Silver Surfer run. I'm on to my next Grail is issue 5, so that's what I'm working on.
Oh wow.
Heavily on it, but it's very difficult when I'm getting new books like this.
Yeah. And
I
I think Silver Surfer's really spec'd a lot too. I think a lot of people
It
thinking
is.
that he's he's going to be in the
But
next
I've been collecting
something.
forever. Anything with Galactus, anything with Silver Surfer, I've
Yeah.
always collected.
That's Remy's thing.
Yeah, actually Tyler from Whack Comics AOK'd me Silver Surfer #4 last year.
That's
and
awesome.
I was
Whack
just blown
Comics?
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's
Shout out to you, buddy. That was a fantastic.
Yeah. Like what was it? Probably maybe other country vampies. That's what I'm gonna start. Other country vampy magazines, maybe. That's I'm
Awesome.
thinking about it.
Biggie
Yeah,
Shack,
some of
that's
the
awesome.
the other country books are just like they're amazing. Like almost even better than some of the US covers.
Because Vigilante, I didn't expect the first Lady Death, and he got me that. The funniest one the funniest AOK we've ever done is VV's one so far. Have you watched the video yet?
Yep.
he goes the first thing he looks at the book. He doesn't look at the book. He shows everybody else the book. Then he looks at it. He goes, "Fuck you."
Love VV. Vigilante's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This community is just so giving. Like it's just a great community.
True.
So
and my thing is it's you know what I mean. It's if you can help somebody finish a collection, I know what it feels like because this Vampire magazine collection is community based pretty much. Like half of the community helped with it. Robert knows, like Lady Fantastic helped. Steve's helped.
Big time.
Big time. That big book in there. That Vampy 1, 4, 5 is from Steve. It's like
that's awesome.
I would have never got, but I would have never have got it because the money that I had to fork over for it, I would have went, hey, so it's I could do something better with it, or I mean, I wouldn't have,
Yeah, it's like, hard because it used to be such an expensive hobby. I mean, there were still grails that were worth like thousands of dollars,
Sure.
But I
mean,
not
as many.
It really jumped.
Not like now.
Yeah. Nah.
It's just crazy.
That's what the movie industry did to the books.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird too because I feel like too a lot of times stuff gets spec pushed.
Yeah.
A lot of times it doesn't actually stay there.
That's the unfortunate side effect too.
That's the other interesting thing because it's like, oh well, this is coming out, so it's like everybody tries to jump on this, jump on that.
You're jumping on it at the wrong time.
When Maya Lopez debuted, like in the Hawkeye series, I was like, but Maya Lopez was never a major character. Mm-hmm. She was in Daredevil, but she never really was anywhere else. So now that she showed up in Hawkeye, everybody ran out, and then now that book's worth crazy money. I guarantee you, in a year, it's not.
It was what was it? It was a dollar bin book. Now it's a $200 bin book. $100 bin book.
Right, but again, I guarantee you, in a year, when she doesn't show up again, nobody's going to care.
Nope.
Yeah, not only that, a lot of these books are specced up so they can turn around and sell the books and make.
Yeah, it's all flip market. It's all flip market. Yeah.
It was the same thing with the White Vision cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All of a sudden that came out of nowhere.
That was $50 dollar bin father, if anything. You would find out.
Yeah, there was some guy out there who dug through it real quick. I mean, he ran out to the dollar bin and picked up 5 of them real quick because that book went crazy.
I almost feel like people are like, "Hey, we should spec this book because we have it." Like, I almost feel like there's a conspiracy. There's so many things that are like that movie's 100%. Never going to be made.
Robert's done an experiment. I remember with
I've actually done an experiment once. You're gonna love this.
Well, I remember that experiment.
Yes, everybody knows Tony. Tony in the community.
Yeah.
Old Wolf. Tony.
Yeah. Old Wolf.
So a couple years back, Yeah,
and
I wanted to try an
to-
experiment, and I did this. It was hilarious.
mhm.
Yep.
It was a book that
Yeah.
Tony had showed me one night on one of my shows. I had Tony on my show one night. And he goes, I know a book, Robert, that you don't have. It's this one. And he had this book called Yarn Man. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That night, that
We
night
all
I
got
go,
a copy.
"You know what? I'm going to get that book. Went right on eBay and I bought it. It was like $1 or whatever it was. And I bought it and I got it. And I bought 2 more. And then I bought 3 of them. And then I did a show like a week later. Right. And I go, by the way, just curious, anybody know what this is? This is a pretty cool book. Yarn Man. If you don't know what it is, you should have it in your collection. I shit you not. Within a month, that book spiked to $100.
No, 200. 200.
Well, what I know is I
Crazy.
seen the one pricing was for $100. Went on, and then Comic Tom
Yep.
had it on his top 10 spec for that week.
That's
And
crazy.
Tom, I had to talk to Tom and apologize because I didn't want him getting mad at me. He thought I was making fun of him because he knits. He does crochet. Okay, he does crochet. He thought I was making fun of him because of the Yarn Man, and I'm like, I didn't know you crocheted. I really didn't. And honestly, I'm not picking on you at all whatsoever. And he's like, he couldn't figure it out. This book spiked up like crazy. It was an example, and what I was trying to show was don't get so hyped on certain things.
Hype train.
Collect what you like. I get
Right.
it. But if
Right.
you're collecting something that's being really spiked right now, you're collecting it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You're already collecting because it's gotten hot. Just
Where's
take it
my-
easy. You
Where's
know,
my
don't get screwed. That's what I
Where's my-
always say.
Rogan Gambit. Well, see,
I have
I
no
like,
idea.
well, first of all, one of my favorite ones, and I don't know why they haven't made him in a movie yet, is Gambit, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't under, I
like
don't
Gambit.
know. I know they've tried to make this movie. I feel like it's like Macbeth, like it's just a cursed movie. I wasn't sold on Channing Tatum really being a great
Magic Mike.
Gambit. But I was like, I'm willing to give it a chance if we can see him. And I think, what is it, Taylor Kushner? They did him like a brief, and I was like, oh, this guy's actually pretty good. I was really excited, but then they didn't do any, and he's like one of the most beloved characters. And I don't understand why they don't put him in flipping movies. I mean, he's got such a good story with him and Belladonna and then Rogue and the assassins and the thieves.
One of
Oh,
one of our community members that was in the chat was Deuce Brain Party.
Yeah.
Where's she go? Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda.
She's named something else. That's why I'm screwing up.
Collectibles, yeah.
Amanda's a huge Gambit
Gambit
fan.
and Rogue fan. Yeah, she
I
loves
mean, he's
both.
just a dirty rascal. I love him.
Yeah. I love it.
He's just so bad and so good at the same time.
But it's also funny too because like a lot of the spec books and like a lot of the first appearance, quote unquote, first appearance books or like cameo books have been completely mislabeled.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, because like Hulk 180 was actually really literally the first appearance of
It is.
Wolverine,
You
not
actually,
181.
yeah.
He actually has dialogue. He shows up and actually says like I think something, one thing,
Bub.
2 things.
I think
In
he
the
says Bub in one of the
I mean,
panels.
But it's a full appearance. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like a
you
shadow
got your
appearance.
thing.
Yeah, hold on.
You know what I mean? And then like, also too, like with Gambit, what 266 is supposed to be his first appearance when really it's not. It's the book before that. Or it's
That's
actually
like I was
it's actually
saying
a,
about
it's an annual.
Rogue.
It's an annual.
She technically that's not her first appearance, but it never came out. So I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
technically it is.
I think it might have been my best dollar bin win.
What was that?
180.
No.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
The annual, yeah.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, you want to talk about controversy for first appearance?
Okay, no, go ahead.
Right. Because
Like,
it's
he's
set,
all over this thing.
yeah, it's because it's set
I
backwards.
just pulled that
Right?
out. Like that's exactly why I had that out because we were arguing about that.
Well, it's set backwards, and it's also because one got released in a time frame where it should have been released later.
Yeah.
Like that annual came out before it was supposed to, and 266 came out later,
Where's my
Yeah,
Rogan
that
Gambit?
one was just. I mean,
Where's my Rogan Gambit?
like 2 weeks
wow.
later or something.
No.
but yeah. Yeah, that one that always cracks me up though. That classic like Gambit argument on
Yeah. Well,
because he's
it's happened
clearly
with
in
a lot
the
of other
book
books
more
too.
than once. It's
It's
Yeah.
happened in lots of books.
It's like the ad right here for 181 in this book.
Yep.
You know, it's an ad, but I got it anyway because I,
Bring
got
it
the
a little
run. But
closer, Monty. Bring it a little closer. There you go. Down. Come down. There you go. There you go. Beautiful.
You-
Beautiful.
That's
You
pretty.
know,
So
I got
funny
I got a funny question for everybody though. Have you guys ever thought of this one was on a TikTok before, but have you ever thought of how many people got injured by the damn Thor's hammer coming back to Thor? Have you ever thought of how?
I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
just random.
Yeah.
that kind of brings me like to the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that sounds like something for the boys. Right there.
Yeah,
It sounds exactly like
I'm
something
just
like
saying.
Thor
Imagine that. Think about it. That hammer comes back all the time. You know what I mean? So if he
And you're not
throws
gonna
it,
stop it.
yeah. So you can't stop it. So the only person that can stop it is Thor.
Man,
So
what a awesome, terrible way to go.
I actually had
I need to see Garth Ennis write that book. I'm just saying.
yeah.
That would be like
Just since we
Yelena.
got-
She's
since
like,
we got
that would be a
Thor
less
on
cool way
the-
to die.
Yeah. What
just-
if
actually-
Thor's hammer killed how many people?
yeah.
I just I had actually won this on DJ's.
Oh yeah.
oh, cool. I
Oh,
like
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Signed by what
That's
god?
really cool.
That god?
Yeah. Well, God,
I don't.
that just came in.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not really. I collect based on what I like, and
Mm.
sometimes it's not.
Not what everybody likes.
Yeah, it's
what
just
everybody
like
else
crap,
likes.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care if it's crap. I really like this cover, or I like this story, and I really like the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix, and that it could be a really. But I mean, I kind of feel like
yeah.
they've screwed it up twice now. I don't know.
Well, movie wise, yes.
Yeah, movie. That's what I'm saying. Movie wise, they've screwed it up so many times. I just don't. I will say that I like Famke Janssen as the Phoenix. I thought she
I
did a really
agree.
good job with the
I
character,
agree. I agree.
especially with the story that she had, because it
Yep.
was just awful. And the second Phoenix, I liked the storyline better,
Right.
and everybody really hated that movie, and I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was gonna hate it. But it's just such a cool character. They could they really could do an entire movie on the Dark Phoenix saga, and they
No, I
could do it
agree.
really good quality. And I don't understand why they picked some. And I'm not saying I'm glad they did Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's such an obscure comic book for the general mass, which they're trying to sell to, because
Which is
obviously
also-
they want the comic book community on it, but they also want to sell it to everybody to get them into all this money and movies and franchise. And I just don't understand why they can't pick a story that is already awesome.
There was not a single Guardian of the Galaxy in the original books that was actually in the movies other than Yondu.
Yeah. Oh.
All the original Guardians, none of them were actually in the movie.
Well,
Yeah.
no. They were in there with Sylvester Stallone and all them. in there.
Well,
Yeah.
eventually in the second movie, not the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
With the Ravagers,
Yeah.
eventually, some of them showed up.
Because originally
the
one
first
of the
movie-
Ravengers was Havoc Summer's dad, right?
Listen, I'm sorry, but
No,
I'm
that
not
was
prepared.
Starjammers.
I'm not prepared to cry on this live stream. So if we could skip over that, please. Okay. Okay. Yes.
I'm
yes.
Mary
When they
Poppins.
send
bitch.
him out and everyone starts shooting off the fireworks, that was Niagara Falls. I apologize, but I can't watch this again.
I didn't
Too
get
far.
choked up at any of the Marvel movies until the one scene, not even when Iron Man died and everything.
Yeah.
And I'd been waiting to hear this on a movie my whole entire life. And it was the only time I got choked up is when Iron Man said Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
That was the only time in all the Marvel movies. That right there kind of
Oh, I
choked
don't
me
know.
up. Because I had
Aunt May.
waited. I'd waited 47, 48 years for a movie like that to see Captain America do that.
Yeah. And
But yeah, you kill off everybody. I was like, yeah, all right. But that,
oh man, I tell you, that was one of the greatest moments in movie history for me. Was and I did a rant on it for Spider-Man because they said that comic book people are killing movies in theaters, and Marvel fans are the worst. And I was like,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yep.
Is that they are too loud and they laugh at stuff that's not funny. It's like you're having a problem with us laughing. But
Yeah.
I remember being in the theater when everybody came back, and I mean, it was the energy. It was the greatest thing ever. People just exploded. It was amazing. It was like it didn't matter what color you were, what size you were, whether you were a boy or a girl. You're a boy or a girl. It didn't matter. Everybody was like, yes, like everybody was so excited. And when they brought Spider-Man back,
Yep.
Yeah, like everybody just lost their mind.
Yep.
It was
Exactly.
awesome. And even when Brie Larson came in, everybody was like, yeah, awesome. Although I gotta mention, she broke down a ship, but so did Ant-Man. Know what I give him? I'm like, woohoo, Ant-Man.
well, you know, on Endgame too. That was, I've never seen so many grown men in there start crying too.
Yeah.
In Endgame.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, are you serious, dude?
My favorite part of Endgame was when Scarlet Witch came out of there and grabbed Thanos. That was my favorite part.
She
'Cause I'm a
she
huge
almost went
Scarlet
toe
Witch
to toe with
fan.
him. And
I
I
got
think
excited when I seen that.
Yeah.
and you know, I'm glad because she is a very powerful character, and I thought they were gonna whip out on her, but
So did I.
she really came to play. She was like, you took everything from me. I was like, you
Yes, he
yeah.
did.
You know who got the
Yeah.
shaft? Hulk was the one that got the shaft in that whole
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Zero resolution for the
Yeah, he
entire
did.
thing. I was like,
But I almost
I was like, y'all have been dogging the Hulk for the last 3 movies. Like, can we get something here?
I
No,
kind of wonder if it's Mark Ruffalo though,
I don't
because
know.
he has talked about how he.
I was waiting for him to do
I
something.
think it has to do with the actor though, because he's really talking about how he's kind of over the green screen and.
It doesn't. Yeah, but I mean, okay, then get somebody else in there. He got manhandled, and then you don't have him for 2 other movies.
I don't know.
And everybody had a story
redeeming-
arc resolution except for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's
Other than he couldn't bring back Scarlet Witch. That was it.
If they're
failure.
going to get
That's
rid
what
of
you get
him,
as the
Scarlett Johansson.
get rid of him before they before the Hulk meets the Silver Surfer. That's all I got to say. Get another actor in there that can do it and do it well, and won't disagree with what's wrote out. And
well, I think it's so funny because when they said that Mark Ruffalo was going to be the Hulk, I was like, really, this dude?
Oh my god,
this guy's gonna suck. He actually did a really good job.
well, he did other than the one where he was half Hulk and half Bruce Banner. I didn't like that in the books either.
Oh yeah,
But,
the professor. Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
But it's just like one of those things they're going with.
But that's what I'm saying. It was Professor Hulk, and then before that, you had where he couldn't like Hulk out, right?
Yeah.
And then the Savage Hulk too.
So why are we gonna? Why?
I don't know why. I'm not. Whatever.
I mean,
that
as a
dude's
Hulk
name
fan,
is,
I was very
James
disappointed.
Gunn. What the heck?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I want him to go wild and crazy, not get there on the scene of the street and just go
like in the beginning, Smash. Like
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what I'm
and
saying.
I'm
And then before that, he can't be Hulk, so they have to put him in the Hulk Buster.
yeah.
Stop. I want.
Yep.
Stop
No,
right
that's
there.
all good. I get it. I
I don't
need Hulk in an Iron Man suit.
He was
Yeah, that
having
was
performance anxiety. That's all I can say.
It's like they were holding him back for his full
Yeah.
potential every time.
But and that's what I mean. And then where you never get it.
Yeah.
I
think he
have
wanted to-
something else planned, and that's why. Because I think they were really trying to give the Avengers minus the Hulk. Because if they just let Hulk go smash, I don't know. I agree with you as well. I'm just trying to look at it from Devil's
think
advocate.
he wanted to be more in the movie than the other characters CGI'd. He wanted somewhat of his face in there, and that didn't-
Yeah,
uh-oh.
maybe. Although it could have also been that he's just as bad as Tom Holland, and they're like, you can't keep your mouth shut. We can't give you any good lines.
Well, see, Drax and who played Drax in the Guardian of the Galaxy?
Batista.
Dave Batista.
Yeah, he's not happy with Disney either. He may not come back.
Oh, really? I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
They
He's
said that they're
very
picking
unhappy
somebody
with
else.
Disney.
I mean, it's all speculation at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, because I don't know. He said something and he got in trouble.
That's you know what though. That's a character though that it actually they changed it completely.
Oh yeah,
from what
way up.
he was,
Yeah.
but he's
Right.
still an enjoyable character. Like, I still like him.
Yeah. It was a funny character, but the original character Drax he was a badass.
Yeah.
He
Oh, yeah,
he
absolutely.
ends up with one of the Infinity Stones
Mhm.
in the
Yeah.
very end.
Yeah. You know, and it's as a person that does the comics and the movies,
Sure.
you know, it's really hard to be like, but that's not like the comics. But
Sure,
now there's
of course.
so many different
And they
variations.
keep changing it. They keep changing the story arcs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been staying on that steady focus of our alter multiverses.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's going
Once
to-
the
Deep
And
as
eventually,
well.
I folded on that. There was a time where I was like, "Oh, come on," you know. What I mean? And then eventually, I was like, "Screw it! I want to." Yeah, show me what's going to happen.
That's the only
Yeah,
way you're
I
gonna
get
get
it. This is its own universe. Let's do it. Whatever.
that's the only way you're gonna get to see these characters. man.
Yeah.
Well, and I was I know it's not going to happen, and I've said this, and I'm like, one day Disney will listen. I'm really hoping that they bring Scarlet or the Black Widow back.
Ooh,
Even
yep.
if it's not our Black Widow from this universe,
Yep.
she's just such a good character. And I said this on my rant and rave. She can't die. She literally had
No.
to kill herself.
Yeah,
and they
I know.
Still killed her.
I know.
I was like, oh my god.
It bugged me too. And they
mean,
took
she
so
would
long
not
to
have-
get that show out.
She's just too good for that. I mean, she
Yep.
would have.
Agreed.
I mean, that's her whole thing is that she's, first of all, she's human, but she's super badass, and second of all,
Sure.
she's just, that's like her whole thing is she gets out of these situations. So I was a little bit disappointed that they killed her, and they
Her
killed
con-
her with Tony, and they were like, you know, Tony is like, you know, got this big dramatic death, and he saved the world, and she's the one that got the stone to save it. And they were like, oh,
Yep.
yeah, Black Widow died. Oh, man.
Yeah. Gave her no credit at all. I know.
And
Fuck me.
yeah, her contract was up, so yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we can't afford you anymore. Bye. And like the only semblance of betterment or like that made it almost not even kind of okay, little bit, is in Hawkeye.
Yep.
Is that they did pay a lot more homage to her.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he's like completely destroyed from this.
Yeah,
and
of course,
he's completely
of course.
broken out. And I appreciate that because he did fight with her. He was his best friend. I mean, they were just like super tight. And when you go in those situations, you can't just be like, oh, yeah, she died. My bad. Oops.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
He was really traumatized from that.
Yes, it was. They did a good job
Well,
with that. I was glad
you
they
know,
did that too.
You can't really blame these actors because they not only do they get tired of doing that because they've been playing it for like 10 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
what is
But
this?
they
15 years?
they're afraid to get typecasted.
Yeah.
After they leave, it's sort of like Gilligan did, or Bob Denver in Gilligan's Island. He couldn't play another character after that.
Yeah.
And like the Brady Bunch, the people on there had a hard time. And
Yeah.
Jethro from Hillbillies, and
Mhm.
you know they're afraid that if they get typecasted, they'll be
Yeah.
the end of their career.
Well,
So-
yeah, that's what happened with Chris Hemsworth. He almost didn't take it because of
Yep.
that.
Yep.
But I mean,
Yeah,
Okay.
I look
Suck it up,
at it.
Buttercup.
I look at Hemsworth. He's in that. What is that movie about? Witches, vampire witches, where he has that sword. He's protecting that woman.
oh,
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
But
talking
you know
about Witcher.
Yes.
no,
You
that's
know,
Henry Cavill.
No, that's not The Witcher. Hemsworth's not The Witcher.
It's
No,
Henry
Which one
Cavill.
where he's
That's
got the
Superman.
sword?
What is
What?
this? Who's he talking
I
about?
think he's talking about the one with Nicolas Cage.
No, it's Chris Hemsworth. He's in there and he has to protect this woman, and I can't remember what the name of the movie is. It's something to do with witches or
No, he is talking about
Same
Witcher,
thing,
but
no?
he's getting Hemsworth
He's
and
getting the wrong. I know
the wrong
what he's
actors.
talking about.
Yeah,
He's getting the
you're
wrong
getting
actors
it's
wrong.
not Hemsworth, but their name is similar.
Oh,
Similar.
okay then. All right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Witcher
All right.
was awesome. The second
Yeah.
episode.
We know. Yeah, I know what
Okay.
he's talking about. Yeah, because I know the actor because the names are similar.
The
Is it
Huntsman.
Liam Hemsworth?
The Huntsman.
Okay.
Oh, the
That's
The
Huntsman.
Hunt-
Yeah,
The
with
Huntsman.
Thank you,
Jeremy
great
Renner's
man.
in that, isn't he?
Thank you.
Well, so was Thor.
Yeah.
Hemsworth.
was
Yeah,
good. I
that's
like
the one
that.
I'm talking about. The Huntsman.
Okay.
Thank you, great man.
Yeah.
See, I saw that movie and I can't get Thor out of my mind when I'm sitting there watching him. You know?
I'm okay with that. I mean, if you're that movie that he did right after Thor, where he was an assassin or a mercenary, I don't know.
Mhm.
That was
that was like a Netflix
a
one.
Netflix special. That was
Yeah.
a great movie,
hmm
and you know,
Yeah, his brother
don't
was
know.
in it too. His
I kind of
Hemsworth's
feel like
brother
suck
was
it
in
up,
it.
Buttercup, like for real.
Yep, exactly.
Yep,
Downright
yep.
Nerdy Podcast is here in the house. Thank you, buddy, for being here.
You're
Yep.
getting paid a lot of money anyways to play one character.
Yep,
Yeah, Gray Man.
It's like-
Gray Man. It was based on a fairy tale. Yes.
it was.
Yeah.
It was a fairy tale. I remember that. That had what's the actress's name in this in it? There was an actress in that too. Famous actress.
Charlize Theron, I think, wasn't it?
Charlize Theron was in that, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the
an
queen
evil
or
witch or
whatever.
something, I think.
Yeah.
Evil queen. The
Oh,
evil queen.
yeah.
Evil Queen. Yes.
and then Kristen,
You know, the Twilight chick. It was the
Twilight
was the
chick.
princess. It was the princess.
yeah.
Yo, buddy.
She was like the Snow White of the whole.
Yeah. And then supposedly what was it? Charlize Theron's. It's a rumor, but there's supposedly she's supposed to be playing Miss the Fantastic Four, the blonde, the
Storm?
wife, Sue Storm. So she's supposed
Yeah.
to be playing Sue Storm.
What?
Supposedly,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
She really supposedly.
I was
Did you
really
guys-
hoping that they would give that back to Jessica Alba.
Me too.
Did you
I
watch
think they
the old
confirmed she
guard?
was, she was going to be a hero, but that's what they're saying is it's probably going to be Invisible Woman is what they're.
Yeah.
What
And I
they're
heard there's
thinking.
respect that John Krasinski tried out again.
Did anybody
But-
watch?
So
the
you
Netflix,
heard it here first. Everybody buy Invisible Woman. Fantastic Four is going to blow up right now.
Yeah, no, thanks, I'm good.
Hold on, let me see what books I have, and then I'll tell you which ones are going to be great.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
that reminds me of a joke of Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt I know Emily Blunt tried out for Fantastic Four, and so did John Krasinski. I think he actually got the job, but then there was another.
This is going to be huge in like 2 weeks. Seriously, everybody pick this up. It's issue 87. She's on the cover. So you heard it here first.
And, and speaking of Emily Blunt, she is married to one of the guys that was on The Office.
John Krasinski.
Yes.
He's a cutie pie. Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to have them both to be Sue and that's what they want. Everybody wants, but they don't think it's gonna happen.
No.
Did anybody watch?
And you know they got
anybody-
voted the worst couple ever. Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic.
I would. My thing is, I would think.
Yeah, worst comic couple.
No, worst comic couple would be the Wasp and Ant-Man. I would think.
Well, one of the worst because they said nobody cared. They're like, we didn't even see their love story. They just have always been married, so they suck. And I was like, well, that's kind of terrible. People.
Oh, hold on.
What were you going to say?
Since we're talking about
Well,
movies,
go ahead.
I was
Hold
going to
on,
say,
let's
did
wait, since-
anybody watch the Old Guard on Netflix?
The Old Guard's good
That
too.
was-
I read the comic before I
really
watched it.
Excellent.
That was a really good movie, and it was
You
an
haven't
even
seen
better
it.
comic
It's a good
series.
read.
Yeah, comic was better.
Good series.
The
But it's a
comic
good movie. Yeah, it's good movie, but I'm just saying, comic was good too.
Oh yeah, the comic was way better. It's just kind of like what they did with Unwanted, because Unwanted was a killer, amazing comic series. But what they did with the movie was kind of like they took it a completely different direction, which was cool, but not nearly as cool as what the comic was.
Same thing with the boys, man. The boys is a lot more graphic in the books.
Graphic.
Well,
Okay, we're going on to the 2-hour mark, gentlemen. Do you have more questions for our guests? I got 2 questions to ask at the end here.
I got a
I'm
question
good.
to ask you.
Go ahead, Mr. Monty.
Can I go to the bathroom? This coffee's going.
Yeah.
My eyes are sitting here going like this. I've had like
buddy.
these things are
Okay.
huge, and I've had like 3 of them.
We're gonna go for it.
Okay,
guys
I'm
ready?
gonna be off the screen for a little bit, so
All
I
right,
shall
buddy,
return.
good.
If y'all want to, if y'all get off and already or end it, but anyway, if y'all do, I'll show you my comics anyway.
Good. Please. We definitely want to see him. All right. Whammo. Do you both? This is for both of you. Do you have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community as a whole?
Are you gonna?
Inspirational thoughts or ideas?
You guys have been saying a lot through this whole show about the community, which I've really appreciated. I think that's awesome.
I have to pull something up, because you can do your thing. Do your thing.
No, I don't even know if I have a thing, to be honest with you.
You told me you had a thing.
I mean, you know, I know I've been appreciative in the community itself, as far as the folks that we've met and that we've been able to
Friendships?
yeah, I mean, it's just so many different folks from everywhere
that we would have never probably met.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, how would you have met DJ? I mean, he lives in a different state, in a different
Yeah.
job. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah.
And now they're like boys. Like, I think you and DJ will be friends
I
forever.
thought, yeah, I mean, we it's like
Along
all of
with
us
so many
hang
other
out and
people.
chat.
I mean,
every
Freaky
day,
Louie, Chip,
Sure.
just
you know, and that's what's
Taylor,
amazing.
Tyler.
And well, it's crazy too, because it's, I mean, you know, the friendships are there, and
Sure.
even from like a collecting standpoint, I mean, it's like I hear about books, you know,
Sure.
and I look for books.
Sure.
And you know, when I know what people are looking for, it's like it's so crazy how it expands from just
Sure.
us hunting, you know, like
Yeah.
it's,
Sure.
I'll find myself out, or you know, if I'm looking for something and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I know this guy would like that.
Heck yeah.
You know,
Awesome.
now it's
Sure.
like a whole nother thing where it's
Yeah.
like, shoot, I'm not, you know, even if I don't get it, I can tell this person, hey, this is what I found here. I mean,
Boom,
it's
and they'll find it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
Agreed.
I looked and I studied this question, and I wrote stuff down and I erased it and deleted it. So I have 2 quotes.
Go
And
ahead.
one is, and they're both from Stan Lee.
Awesome.
Not because, you know, the comic thing. It just I think Stan Lee was such an inspirational person
Yes, he was.
in real life, and he actually reminds me of my dad a lot.
Yep.
Him and Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. Nice.
But there must always be those with the fire of rebellion in their blood. There must always be those who will dare to fight an unbeatable enemy. Only thus can the race of man remain strong and fearless. And then the
Bravo.
other one is
I like it.
which is just so fitting for our community, is that person who helps others simply because it should be or must be done, and because it is the right thing to do, is indeed without doubt a real superhero. And I think both of those quote is why I like comic books, I like superheroes, is because and they've changed it where the good guy doesn't win, but the whole point is that this is not based on real life, and it is the good guy can win. Like, no
Yes.
matter what the odds are, you know, like when they have a battle between Arrow and the Flash, obviously the Flash is much faster than the Arrow.
Sure.
But if the Flash is being taken over or possessed, the Arrow's going to win, because it is all based on the greater truths. And I know now they've changed that where the good guy doesn't always win.
All
but,
good. No, it's all good.
but that's why I enjoy the comic books, and it's like it doesn't matter, and it could be because I'm short in stature, but it's like it doesn't matter what you are or who you are, you can win. And I think that's important for human life. And I think the second quote is really great because sometimes you need to help somebody, not because of what you can get from it, but to be a good person and to form these everlasting friendships. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Bravo.
I like it.
Yes.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yes, it
Yep.
does. That was
Yeah.
excellent. Excellent.
And I can
Well
say
thought out.
honestly, just amongst this little community here that we're all talking with,
Mhm.
a lot of us have exchanged lots of different things for exactly the reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
You know?
time. Big
Yeah.
time. Long lasting relationships, friendships. It's been awesome.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's
Absolutely.
really cool. And it's neat with the technology that we have now that we can just communicate with people that are living halfway across the world.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like VB,
Gotta
Vigilante from
Yeah.
like Vigilante
Sammy from the
from
Netherlands, for an
yeah.
example. VV from Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
Ken
Yeah.
from where's he at? London? England?
It's in the UK. Yeah.
You-
Yeah,
UK?
Great Man's from the UK.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
I mean, we would have
It's
never met
awesome.
any of these people.
Nope, I wouldn't have. Yeah, like you said, we wouldn't have never met any of them.
And and it's so funny because one of my biggest complaints about social media
Yep.
is how it does damage human relationships, because people don't think about like, oh, I'm gonna post this to somebody like immediately, and maybe I should have thought about that before I posted it. And yet this YouTube community has brought so many people together, and so it's kind of like with great
How we
power
use
comes
it.
great responsibility.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Okay, ready for the next one? That was awesome. Well done. Well done. Okay. What does the whoa, wait a minute. Where are we here? Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. Bam. What does thinking outside the box mean to you? Both of you. And no, it
Chainsaw.
has nothing to do with corporate. Just what does it mean to you?
Chainsaws.
Chainsaws.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it because
Going through the
Remy,
box.
you think outside the box, big time.
I think it's just recognizing everybody's differences and really playing on your strengths and your weaknesses, and really just trying to take an idea and make it better, change it, make it yours.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, we all do the same thing. It's just,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all YouTubers.
we all love it.
I-
you know?
which-
it's like a
which
hobby
I
that
don't
we
even
all
think
love.
I'm a YouTuber. I just am on. But like, I think, we're all doing the same thing and we're making it different in our own special way.
Awesome. Beautiful. And
That
yeah.
might have been too in depth. Was that too in depth?
It's all
Do I
good.
sound like super like corny?
No, you didn't. No,
Nope.
you did not.
Not at all.
That was
Like
honest.
I just feel like in the end of Cruel Intentions.
Oh,
It's just
man,
like I know
remember
it
that.
sounds so trite, and then they're like,
Yes. So really quick here. Okay, first I better clarify something here really quick. Yes, I'm looking at the chat. Give me a second here. First, Zen said, "Well said, both of you."
oh, thank you.
And Grayman said, "Yes, Vivi is from Austria."
Mhm.
And Matilda, we can't forget Matilda.
Yeah.
I love from Israel. We love
Yeah.
you. Yeah, she's from Israel. And what else was it? This is one life an interview for. Come on, Gray Man. No, it's not.
He's not wrong though.
Our Australian friends as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our Australian friend.
Australian friends, New Zealand as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, I've always wanted
absolutely.
to go to New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand's beautiful.
Is Kyle Walker in here?
Yeah, no, not he didn't show up tonight. But
Oh.
Kyle Walker is a good buddy of ours. He's from New Zealand. Love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm a
something
big
came from his neck of the
Fan,
woods.
Hercules. I always wanted to
Mm.
go there, see where they made
Yep.
all of that.
It's animation. We mentioned it. Netherlands.
Yeah.
I just want to straight move to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have a lot of World War II history in the Netherlands.
They do.
A
Okay.
lot. I'd love to
So
go.
as we're winding down, gentlemen, do you got books and stuff you want to show here? I know you got some more stuff you want to show.
Yeah, I got
CD,
something
money, and
from my
Eagle.
sister. I got this. I got this from my sister. Yep, it was a
Calendar?
Christmas gift from New Zealand. Yeah, from New Zealand.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
it's all it's all Saint. It's all Ingrid's art too.
Big shout out to sis.
Yeah,
Good job, sister.
yeah. It's all Ingrid's art. I
It's
already
like,
knew who it
all I
was.
have to say
Yeah.
is, let's
Yeah.
all say it together. What does Jeff like? Vampirella.
Vampirella.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
But not, like I said, not what I mean. She didn't get enough love back then. So
course.
now it's everybody.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, it has gotten
Yeah.
popular. Huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Jeff just hasn't shown told anybody that he dresses up in that bikini.
Yeah.
Plays Vampirella and runs around.
I got it in every.
I'm waiting for one day he's gonna show up on this show just for you, Monty, and blow your
I got it in
socks
every
off.
color too. You know that, right, Monty?
That's gonna be on the OnlyFans. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You get paid for that.
Yeah,
Hey, you know, Jeff, I went drag one time. It's your turn.
I bet it too one time.
Then Deuce.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna have to turn that camera on and go drag.
Yeah, that's gonna
I'll
happen.
get his picture on here one day. He'll show his face.
It's like the neighbor from Home Improvement.
Yep.
Yeah, you ought to put a picket fence in front of your camera and just turn it on and go in.
I'm in the collectible witness protection program. Okay.
Okay,
He's
I
got all
got
the
you.
Spider-Mans. Number 1
Monty, I
through
know
10.
you have some books you want to show. Please, this is your time, buddy. Show some
Oh,
books.
all right. I'm
Come
sorry.
on, buddy.
I wouldn't. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start out showing some slab books.
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness!
know.
Back to
I know.
slabs again. This is a guy who never collected slabs before. Now all of a sudden, the last year or so, he's starting to get slabs. I wonder what's going on there.
Because you can't find the damn old books
I
if they
know.
ain't slab no more. And it pisses me off.
Right.
But I'll lead up to this. Some of these I've shown, but these are all this year's books and everything. And we're going to start out. And this is for Remy. He likes the Thor. But this is going back a little bit before 83. Well, quite a bit. This is Journey in the Mystery, number 13.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Wow.
Very
Hang on.
nice, buddy.
That damn
There you
light,
go, right
I
there.
swear.
Point it down.
Yeah.
Down. There you go. There. There you go.
And then we go into Journey into Mystery. Journey in the Mystery, number 32.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice. And what's special about the 32?
It's number 32.
See, it's
complete-
about the books. Just like the series. Period.
I am doing my run. There
go,
What happened to
buddy.
my camera?
Yep.
I'm doing my run. So
What's
There we
special
go.
is it's old and you don't have one.
that's right.
Hmm.
And Journey into Mystery, number 34.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
and I'm noticing you staying with the 5 run, the little 5 grade. I like that. That's my.
Oh, yeah.
my
That's going to be the lowest I go.
That's my secret on that too. Is 5.
Then this right here
That's
is going to be a oldie but a goodie. Journey in the Mystery, 68.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
That's cool. Looks like Slimer.
what are the dates on these? Just so people
This is let me see. This is 61 on this one.
okay, 1961. Yep.
And then we got Prototype. Journey in the Mystery, number 70 of the Sandman.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
Issue number
Number 70.
70.
Come on, camera.
Yep. You just got to put your hand up there. Yep. Bring it up a little closer. There you go. Perfect.
The Sandman cometh.
And
We're
then
almost
we
there.
got
Was there Remy and Q Angel?
Journey into Mystery number 78. The Sorcerer.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool.
I can't believe how many graded books you just popped up.
Right.
Are you selling some of your books, Monty?
You know he doesn't
Just like-
sell it.
See his face? I knew you'd do that when as soon as I say that.
And these I end up getting these at a antique store, and I paid $3 each for them. So I'll go through these
Wow.
real quick. Yeah, she had a stack of them, real great condition. Invaders number, what is that? Number 8.
That. Invaders. Nice. Union Jack. Look at that.
Invaders 21. Invaders 28.
Oh, nice.
You got to give some love for the old Invaders because
Damn
man,
right.
I love the Invaders.
I do
Invaders
too.
30. And I've already got a
The
full run.
the thing about those books too is they're really busy. There's a lot going on in those covers.
Yes, a lot of action in the background. Let's say
Yep.
Invaders number 32. A lot of background, what I like to call background noise.
Yep, exactly.
That's what I call. I've coined that phrase, background noise.
Yeah,
for
you
that.
did.
Number 33. Number 34,
Nice.
which
Sweet.
and these were just cheap. I already got a full run of Invaders.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't turn them down when they're that cheap. Number, what is that? Number 35.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh man.
You know, it's funny. This character right here, the Wizard.
Yep.
The Wizard. You know,
Wizard.
it's and he's yellow too. So
Yeah.
I'll put that together.
I hear there's a lot of spec in that book right now. Everybody go out and grab them.
Yeah, I've
But it's
heard
funny
a lot
though,
of people
it's funny
just
though,
they don't
it's funny
take
how
no counting.
people turn their noses up to those stories because some of those stories are actually really good, and the art is fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, throw this book off the side and say, piss off. Number 37. And number 40.
Nice, buddy.
And that's about, I want to,
Yeah, go ahead.
I got to do this. I got to do
All
this
good,
for
buddy.
Robert.
You haven't done this in a while. You haven't been
I
on
got to
in a
do
while.
this for Robert.
Oh my God. Here we go.
All right. House of Mystery.
Oh yeah, you got a DC. Awesome. Love that series.
100
Love it.
Page Giants.
Yeah, buddy. It's nice old school. Love it.
Heck yeah.
I'm not a DC collector, but
No, he's not, but I love it. Unexpected is a good one too. You know, my dream is to see them. I would love to see them do some kind of House of Mystery. I mean, yeah. Call it like.
And I think I already
Wishful
showed this,
thinking.
but it's worth it again.
Oh, that's another excellent series.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, and
See-
I've since I haven't been on air,
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
have
buddy.
got hundreds and hundreds of books I can show you. But you know,
That's
I also collect.
Yeah, toys.
Oh wow.
nice.
Look at that.
And-
That's freaking awesome.
all types of merchandise with comic book stuff on it.
I know, and it's crazy because like it's getting hard to like. One of my kids is into superheroes, and it's like crazy because everybody's buying it for spec stuff, and so like he can't get toys anymore.
Yeah, it's not because they like it. There's a good one now. That's
Wow.
Wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way cool.
Oh,
my
I
gosh.
love that, dude, that's awesome.
This
See,
is my second one of these. I got another one too.
that's
Oh,
sweet.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it's
Old school retro right there.
Oh,
I
the
would've
Colossus.
would have gotten
Oh
that
my
from
gosh, I
Storm
love
and the Nightcrawler
Colossus.
alone.
Dude, that's awesome.
See,
Yeah,
look at
that's
the Sunfire and Thunderbird in there.
That's cool, dude. I'd have gotten that just for those four.
Yep.
Well, I've got 2 of these now. I forgot I had one, then this one come up, and I bought it again. So,
That's beautiful, Monty.
but someday I'll show y'all the all the Marvel figures I got that are about that tall that have got cloth clothes on them.
Yep.
Because I got all those too.
Nice.
Oh,
So that's just a little tease. Maybe I can get my channel back up and going. I don't know.
you will.
You
You
will.
will.
Well, I'm gonna wait
Trust me.
until I get my. I'm gonna wait until I get my shop built
Yep.
and get all my stuff the way I want it, and then we'll be making stuff in there again.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Monty, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Can I show?
Okay.
Can I show 2 books real quick?
Absolutely. That's what I said. It's time to show our books, show whatever you want to show. Go
This is-
ahead.
Probably just for me.
You're all good, love. Go
What do
ahead.
you want?
The 2 doctors.
Oh, this.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
tell us why you like them so much too.
It's just because I'm a dork.
Yeah, whole another class of
Okay.
nerd.
This
Here you
is
go.
this is like the difference between a Star Trek and a Star Wars fan.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's not Star Trek or Star Wars. Sorry,
Okay.
too. Doctor Who,
Oh, Kyle Walker. I hope
Kyle
you're watching
Walker.
this.
Matt
We
Smith,
would love to see that. Put that
and
back
that's
up one
signed
more
by
time.
Matt Smith, and then
Whoa! It's signed even.
yeah,
Beautiful.
I would love to
Love
meet him in
Doctor Who.
person. Matt, David Tennant is like a phenomenal actor, and Matt Smith is great.
I don't think we have a lot of like celebrity, mostly art, like artist signatures.
Yeah.
A couple celebrities.
I'm really big
so.
into the.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Since we're
Our buddy Kyle Walker from New Zealand loves Doctor Who.
He's
Yeah.
got one of the biggest Doctor Who collections
That's
Doctor
all
Who
I got is
collection.
that I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, you.
And I almost bought a couple more, but I went to the store and bought way too many, and I was like, I can't buy any more stuff.
all right.
All right.
So
Oh yeah,
I only have one celebrity signature slab.
Okay.
But it's so weird. Like it's such an oddity that
Okay.
I had to grab this. All right, this is Thanos Legacy #1, and it's signed by Josh Brolin, who
Oh, that's
played
cool.
both Cable and Thanos
Yep.
in 2 different movies. And he's on
What?
one cover.
What?
Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it is. That's cool though. That's really
So,
cool.
Yeah, I had to snag that. Actually, I have the raw book too, but yeah, that was.
Sweet.
'Cause I was like, man, like unless I could get a like a Captain America and
in a oh
Well, you could get a Robert Downey one for a couple $1,000.
yeah, but I'm trying to think of like somebody who's both characters. It'd have to be Captain America
Yeah.
and
Torch.
Human Torch.
or Human Torch. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Gray Man just said it was Tom Baker's 88th birthday yesterday. The best doctor.
Hmm.
That's what he said.
that's debatable, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, it's all good.
Everybody has their own doctor.
That's right. They do.
Everybody has their own doctor.
Yeah.
And
Robert
you know,
knows my celebrity one. Mine's David Lopan, James Hahn.
Yep.
I think it's crazy because I remember I didn't watch the show. I didn't know that the doctor changed, and the first time I saw it, I was like, "This is dumb. Oh my gosh!" I mean,
It's an adjustment period. Yeah, I was like, I hate this
oh.
guy. And there's like 3 episodes later, we were like, man, this guy's awesome.
and he became it was because they had Christopher Eccleston. That's what and then and it's terrible. I was like, this guy, he looks like you could break him in half. David Tennant, who is this guy?
No.
Sure,
I was
sure.
like, please. And then he ended up being my doctor. And then of course Matt Smith, I knew it was coming, and I was like, no. But I actually like Matt Smith. And
It's
I
a
have
brilliant way to keep a show going, though.
it
Like, you
is.
can
It
always
is. It's the
change
longest
your
running show in
character.
history.
Wow.
It is.
And I really want to watch the female, and then they had the other doctor,
Yep.
and then they had the female doctor. I haven't watched her. I heard she kind of
See,
they didn't,
I don't know. It must be my ears or something, but I've watched the female doctor. I cannot understand what she says because she talks so fast with
Yeah.
that accent, I
Yeah.
cannot understand what she says.
I
It's the
heard she
British
kind of
accent.
I heard she's done the Brie Larson thing
Sorry,
where
Grey Man.
she's like, oh, we've made improvements, and it's the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing
yeah.
again.
That's the whole reason a lot of people don't like her is because of that. Exactly what you said. There's like
Yeah.
we made the doctor way better now. She's female, and
Yeah.
yeah, I've watched
That
the
happens to
interview.
me
I'm like,
sometimes at
yeah,
home. I don't
That
always
didn't
hear,
bother
like-
me.
Yeah.
It's just I
Yeah.
can't understand her.
Right.
I can't always hear. Yeah, when she's talking.
Okay.
Out the one ear and in the other. Well, you know that's scientific fact that men cannot hear women. It sounds like music.
Did you say
like,
something?
legit? And they said
Say
that
it again.
that men that have voices in their head, they're mostly men.
No, the voices in my
Like-
head.
That's
The
scientific
voice-
fact, y'all.
The voices in my head are always women from Playboy.
That is not a voice.
Okay,
That's
if
a
you want
feeling.
to talk
I'm
about
kidding.
like burn at the stake, my sense of like screeching on the worst feeling in the world is a chalkboard, put your fingers down. That would have to be my ex-wife. Very
no.
demanding.
Oh,
Very demanding. Very like she had that
Oh.
voice that would make your ears like
oh,
your
I thought
body
it was
would-
gonna. I thought it was gonna tell you about his what was it? Well, Monty knows the thing I was thinking, probably.
He's like, no.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
He's like, I'm not getting it.
I'm not going there.
Give me a
Yeah,
second, you know.
Remy Q's wife's voice is amazing.
Oh,
I got my
fantastic.
vacuum here somewhere.
I'm very thankful. Trust me, my queen, my Laura. I love that woman so much. She tolerates so much of my. I have a lot of different hobbies. I've always had the comic books in my life. The collectibles. She's always known that about me, but she's been so supportive. And I created a monster like I would
With
say
the
2
pop.
years now.
Yeah, I didn't
created
help with that at all.
I got her on Pops. You should see
Oh.
my living room. You should see
They're
my
like
living
chips.
room.
You
right
can't
now.
just have one.
My living room, and I'm not kidding you. She's got serious OCD. You move one, I've tested her. I've actually took a pop and like moved it just
Oh
to
my
see if
gosh,
she
that sounds like
noticed
somebody I know.
it. He notices it right away. Have you been noticing my pops? Go,
He does that. His mom is super OCD, and he'll do that to his mom. He'll do he'll move
I
like
love
a
it, though.
rug or like do something.
I love it though because see, I'm trying to teach her too though about protecting them as well. What are you gonna say, Monty?
That's why I'm OCD. Yeah, I'm very OCD.
So I've been telling her. So now I've invested a lot of money in protecting her stuff, and I'm like, now you need to do the same thing too. If you're getting pops, you're buying all these extra pops. You need to buy those protectors and protect them as well.
Yeah.
I just have a thing about that, and it's like, I know Monty's gonna get mad at me, but there's been a couple times where I picked up some of the older ones and I didn't use gloves, and I should have been using gloves.
I am.
But
I am not allowed to.
I'm
read
very. I've
every
got
time.
boxes of gloves everywhere, so there's no excuse. I'm a freak about that as well. So I'm
I'm-
right there with Monty on that.
You guys
I'm
maybe
not.
maybe one
bad.
for older books,
If
like
it's
newer
super
books. Are
old
not,
books,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to like put gloves on and go through them. I
Yeah.
always do it.
Well,
I'm not allowed to touch certain things.
expensive
What are you
books
gonna say,
too.
Angel?
I'm not allowed to touch certain books. I don't read books right, so a lot of my books, I'm not allowed.
There's just been a couple times where I'll go to hand her one, and I can tell right off the bat. I was like, I'm gonna have a problem with this already. Like,
You know what? If you get a corn dog stick, that's how you read
Here
a
we go.
comic book
Here
with
we
a
go.
corn dog stick. I'll have to show you that one day.
Yes,
I remember that invention.
it was
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And he almost slipped on the damn corn dog.
Yeah, it was awesome, Monty. You're awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. We're going on 2 hours and 28 minutes. I want to say, Remy and Angel, you guys were rocked it. I don't want
this
to
is
well, thank
amazing.
you. Thank you so much for
Seriously,
having
yeah.
us.
hang on there. Don't go anywhere. All right, real quick, Jeff, what's going on in your world?
I got Extreme Nerd Table going on tomorrow, and then I'll try to have Cantonese Comic Wednesdays back up again. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing videos or I'm gonna be going live again, so I'm not sure just yet. So, but it's eventually gonna come back. Just not sure what I'm gonna do, but that's pretty much what I got going on. And the Nerdy Collective is next week with Chris Large.
Yep.
I won't be here because I have to work that weekend, but yep. But every
Thank you,
time
buddy.
Large comes on,
Thank you, buddy.
you're welcome.
Deuce.
Hey, I'll be here for you next week as well. And other than that, I'm just, one of the, co-hosts who just shows up randomly. You never know.
Yo, come on, buddy. You're my
I
best
love your
buddy.
logo, by the way.
Dude,
Thank you.
set your alarm so you make sure to wake up this time.
Oh, I'll be here. I actually I got to give Amanda props tonight. She called me to make sure I was up. And I sent her-
Okay.
Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you, Amanda.
Buddy. Thank you very much, buddy. Monty. My buddy.
Yes.
What you got going on, bud?
Over the next 4 hours, she's in the bathroom periodically. I've had exactly one pot of coffee.
Oh,
So,
Jesus.
That's what my outlook looks like for the next few hours. So, but now my channel, I'm going to be bringing it back, and I'm going to be doing some special stuff. I'm not going to say when, but if you get a wild hair, and I'm talking about the ones that hop around out in the country, if you capture one of them, bring it over to my channel and watch some of my old stuff. Because if you watch my old stuff and you never see it, it's like watching my new stuff.
Yes,
Because I show the old stuff, but it'll be new to you because you haven't seen it the first time. So go back and watch some of my old stuff. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Trust
So-
me, you guys. You got to go watch some of his stuff. The best ones out there, you guys, watch his 20-year-old sealed box openings.
Yeah, I
where
got two of those.
He's actually taken the books from 20 years ago, put them in a long box,
Vacuum
pressure
sealing.
vacuum
That's-
seal the whole
vacuum
box,
sealing it.
and he opens it up from 20 years ago, and to show you the preservation of the books, it will blow your mind.
That
Trust
was my double boxes that I knew I had doubles because and I was pulling them out and I had you'll just have to see it. And there's a series in there, White Gloves Across America, that I hit comic shops all across the central United States, and I go in and do a bunch of stuff in these comic shops. So if y'all like seeing some of that, y'all check it out. Like I said,
All right.
it will fill up your time watching the old stuff, which is the new stuff to you. And it's like I Love Lucy. Everyone loves the reruns.
That's right.
So y'all check that out. And maybe by the time after you watch all those videos, the new stuff will come out in my new studio.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
good luck. That's awesome.
Splash Page Comics.
So fancy.
I love you, buddy. Thank you. Okay, you two, go ahead, knock it out.
So usually every Monday or Tuesday, Angel will have some sort of rant or review. This week coming up from a suggestion from somebody in the panel. She watched the John Wick trilogy.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I hope
Coming
so.
to you.
In preparation for the new movie, she did go back and watch all three. She's going to be doing a review on that.
We haven't released that yet?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Every Thursday we have Let's Talk About It, which is a weekly review of kind of like anything that's happening that week, just comic talk and shows, books that we've gotten.
Friday we're gonna have
we
a
try to
mail
do a
call.
mail call Friday.
We didn't do this one Friday
No.
because we have a lot of stuff coming in.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I have a 616 mystery box. I'm going to be doing another chainsaw unboxing probably this week. And yeah, I think that's
Hopefully. Yeah, because we've been trying to do
Hopefully.
it for like 3 weeks now.
it's hard to keep a mystery box from being opened like for content, but yeah, it's hopefully we'll be able to do that the next couple of days, and then I'll release that this week.
That's pretty
Very
much it.
cool, you guys.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much for having us.
That's amazing.
Absolutely, it was a blast, and I'm
Yes, it was.
so happy you guys
Enjoyed it. Enjoyed
Always
it.
a good time.
Excellent, great company. And anytime, both of you, seriously, you want to come back on and do something different, let us know,
Okay.
Absolutely.
please. And I hope the community got a nice earful, got to know who Remy and Angel are. They're
Sorry.
wonderful people. I have links down below on all their shows that I loved. Go check them out, even up to the most recent one. Like, subscribe, hit that like. Everybody, check everybody out on the panel, please. Love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And
Thank
give me
you.
one moment. Absolutely. Now I got to wind down here really quick because I am like trying to find something. So here we go. All right. So community, thank you very much. This is another Unity Collective down. Some wonderful people. Please go check out the links down below. Hit that like, hit the share button, share it out to everybody. Please, wonderful people. And I want to thank all my co-hosts tonight. What's the Deuce, Jeff, and Mr. White Gloves himself, Monty. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. And tomorrow, I'm going to try something a little different. Everybody's been asking for an earlier show. So I've teamed up with John Hoffman, and him and I are going to be doing this show tomorrow at around 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Here we go. Here's an intro for you. Boom. So hope you enjoyed that. So that's something we're going to do on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday. You got to pick a day, but it'll be earlier in the afternoon. We'll be talking nerd culture, comic books, new books, old books, you name it. Just want to kind of like, boom, get it out there. I want to say thank you very much again for everybody who's watching this on the rewind. Everybody in the community, thank you very much. Peace, love, and blessed be. And we will see you next Saturday. Peace.